am Sure Sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Manning's man. And we're live and in living color for the beginning of a new week. It is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it because we have life and life more abundantly. First and foremost, I want to thank every single one of you for being on at this time. As usual, I really hope you have had a wonderful weekend. Spend some time with your family and your loved ones, and you're looking forward to a great and productive week. This is our first show for the start of the week. As you know, the week starts on Sunday, and we normally dedicate Sundays, as best as we can to our family. And so yesterday, my younger son played a game again and he scored. So he has scored like 4 goals. Yeah, so far in around 4 games. But he's battling an injury. It's Jamaican football business. So I tell you, sometimes I don't want my kids play football in Jamaica. Oh no, I think I think we have the wrong thing going on, Yeah, I'm telling you. So, yeah, man, he got picked up an injury and he's going through a little hardship right now, but we're hoping that he will get better so he doesn't play the full game and stuff. But he's doing well, giving thanks for that. So I hope you are doing well. A lot of stuff to cover today, a lot of information out there, but we always want to, so big up to Chris in the building. Peso up and running. Your team finally get a win, Peso. Yeah, so you're 3 from 3 now. You have a fight to get into the semifinals in the Peso. Marlon Nelson, your Limal team in Senton going on well, man. And your Brownstone team not doing bad as well. Brain Drain from Calabar. The artificial intelligence in the place. Bless up yourself. Fresh God from out of Clarendon. You don't have no dog in the fight and your Humble Lion team never did so well. They play tonight, so we will see how that goes. Fresh God. Think your team is banking on too many old legs. They need to invest in some young people. Still, that is my thought. Look who is here. El Futuro Academy. Is that Meeks or is that Parchment? I don't know. Declare. Franny said there, say unseen appearing on the scene, you understand me? Unseen busy, preparing footballs and track team and all of them things there. Dima! From 7 up to battle job. You're the man. You're the Liverpool fan. I soon get to that. Don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself. All right. Big up Kevin Williams. Bless up as well. Brian Mighten up and running. It is man in this man. And not easy no man. So people again, please. Big deal in the building. Jason, you don't know. Grand Spen, I don't play a pen. Tell him about the bad left footer when he Jashi up a constant spring a drop some ball in a major league, I hear. So me I hear through the grapevine, You understand me? But big up on yourself, people. Again, remember to hit the like button, subscribe and share the content right now if you have a little time. Let me just do that. Bam. Send it out to a few people so they can be a part of the show today. It's going to be a good one. But before we get into it, you understand me? I want to share some thoughts. I always want to use Mondays, the beginning of the week, to share some thoughts. So one of my favorite authors is John Maxwell, right? Not there's a Jamaican called John Maxwell, but I'm talking about the American. He's a leadership guru, writes a lot of books on leadership. So he has a book called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. All right, and one of those laws, he speaks about the law of navigation, and he quotes Leroy Ames, saying a leader is one who sees more than others see, who sees farther than others see, and who sees before others do. So a leader is one who sees see more than others see, farther than others see, and they see before others see. So he goes on and says, people follow leaders due to their confidence, positivity, and ability to communicate a greater portrait of the future. Additionally, they give followers purpose by letting them know they can change the world for better. Then they call them to do so. And then he has this acronym that he uses, how to lead a ship, like how to be the captain of an organization or a group or a family. And he uses an acronym with plan ahead. And the whole idea is to plan ahead. So if you're a person who write, maybe you can watch back this video, share it with a youngster, share it with your son, your daughter, right? If you're going to lead a ship of your life well, because the greatest crowd you'll ever lead is you. You see, if you can't lead you well, you won't be able to lead others well. So the first person you need to lead is yourself. And so part of that leadership of self requires planning ahead. All right. And so you have this acronym. So the P is for predetermine a course of action. So the P is predetermine a course of action. What am I going to do? What am I setting out to do? All right. That is, what is my plan? What is my vision? What is my mission? What is my purpose? What is going to drive me? What is the end and not just the means to the end? What is the end? At the end of this all, what do I hope to accomplish, desire to accomplish? So it says predetermine a course of action. Then he says lay out your goals. And you know how goal is, some are monthly, some are quarterly, some are yearly, some are over a 5-year period. So you lay out your goals, medium, you have short-term goals, medium-term, and long-term goals. You understand me? You lay them out. And so you know you can hit certain markers at different points. So P is for predetermine a course of action. The L is to lay out your goals. The A is adjust your priorities. Because part of what you're doing is that when you lay out a plan, you lay out your goals, you have to now shift your priorities so it is in alignment with your predetermined course and you laid out goals. All right? And then you notify key personnel. So if you have a plan and you have a family, you have to make your wife know what going on, you have to make your kids know what going on, you have to get the family involved in what you're doing. And even if you're leading an organization, this is a good practice that you can have. You understand me? You notify people, you let others know so they can buy into what you're doing. Your life cannot be lived in isolation. You understand me? So you have to notify some key personnel, mother, father, brother, sister, people who your plans and purposes and goals will affect either in a positive or in a negative way. All right, so that is a plan. Now, ahead, that begins with an A. Allow time for acceptance. So when you tell people, you notify people, you have to give them time. People don't buy into a vision immediately. They always say that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So you have to spend some time just allowing people to buy into your vision. Because you get it 10 days ago, they are just getting it in 10 seconds. So it takes a little while for them to come into understanding of it and to accept it. So allow people time. All right. Once they get the time and they have accepted it, then you head into action. You can't plan and don't act. You have to take action. You have to take action. So we're spelling ahead, right? So A, the H is head into action. You have to take action. You can write things down on your vision board. You can write down your mission statement. But if you don't take action, then all of that is a complete waste of time. All right. The E is expect problem. There's nothing worthwhile in this life that don't come under opposition. There's nothing worthwhile in this life that you won't have obstacles and challenges. So expect problems. You will have problems. You understand me? You will have problems. Life is like that. In fact, the Bible teach that, man was born for trouble, You understand me? So problems are inevitable. You will have problems. So expect problems. All right? However, one of the things you need to do, the A in ahead, this is the second A. So A, always point to the successes. And I want to stop here. You see, sometimes we have to look at the successes. Because sometimes if you keep your eyes focused on all that is wrong, then you'll see all that is wrong. And sometimes because we believe that problems are to be fixed, we fail to recognize the successes that are taking place in the midst of some of the failures. Because people can fail and you will make mistakes, you will fail. That don't make you a failure. But here is what you need to do. As these things happen, look around you and see the successes, right? Oh, Judith Williamson. Oh, my Lord. I didn't see you. Big up, Judith Williamson. You're the first female in the building. People, when the females appear on the stream, all you men need to stand up and give them a round of applause. All right, Brian asking why I start the greetings. Let me just soon get back to Bajad Maxwell. Why I started the greetings from the last to the first, my boss? Because the first shall be the last, man, and the last shall be the first. Well, to you, Brian. You know, go Sunday school. You need to go to Sunday school, my brother, and you need to get that one. All right. So yeah. So here we go. Right. So expect problems, people, and then you always point to the successes. Look to that, and then finally, daily review your plan. If you're going to lead the ship of your life or an organization, your classroom, your family well, you have to plan ahead. And the final is the D in ahead is to daily review your plan. So when you come home, every day you need to take 15 minutes to just look at your vision board and strike off what you have accomplished, where you need to improve, what you need to work on. Please, right? Do that. So that is my word of encouragement for you for this week. Plan ahead. Plan ahead. Plan ahead. There's a lot of dynamics in even Jamaica. While some persons can probably move and live in the next jurisdiction, for the people who Sabbath school. Thank you so much, first responder. Right, for the people who are maybe you don't have no choice but to be in Jamaica. You need to understand the dynamics of what is happening in Jamaica. You understand me, and know that you need to make some plans right now. You need to start looking at 5 years from now. What? and then how, and then why. 5 years from now, that's the time. What is going to happen? How am I planning for it? Why should I plan for it? And you do those things. All right. Big up Lulu. Up, up, up. Hey, Lulu, everything is set for the next camp, but I presently you'd have heard some things in the air. So I am not sure. Though this is I am sure sports presently. I'm not sure if I'm going to be your side or I'm going to be on some other side, but I know that everything is up and running. We make sure that we put in all the pieces together. And trust me, it will be a bigger improvement than the last time. This is for the U15 camp that is coming up in the States. You understand me? It's going to be better. It's going to be actual training and drills and those things. Looking forward to that. And, we will talk, we'll communicate. You understand me? Julian Lakeman, bless up, big up yourself as well. Yeah, 1738 up and running on. Big up to all the Mannings persons every time. The first blue, we say, you understand me. Big up to Wolmers. I think Wolmers have a major celebration going on. I think yesterday, what they call it, Wolmers Day. I think so. Big up to all the Wolmerian as well. You understand me. Big up all of the money from Red Hills Road, North Street schools. Big up on yourself. Hope Road, all Hope Road. Bless up. You understand me. Fro, Godfrey Stewart, Petersfield. Cornwall College, you understand me, Clarendon College, all of the schools, William Nib, every school in the Ochi areas, from Steertown to Ochi area side, to the girls' schools, them up at St. Hilda's, and you understand me, in a Trelawney, where them have Westwood. Bless up on yourself. Listen, lots of love, lots of respect. Again, all right, we have a few things that we want to discuss today, and in the meantime, always stay, people. Have you hit the like button yet? Because we have to pause and check that, I hope you have hit the like button, hope you have hit the like button, people. People, hope you hit the like button, Because if you don't hit the like button, man in this man now got no further. No further. So, hope you have hit the like button. If not, go ahead and do that right about now. We see around 30 odd likes. So Fresh God, tell me how that is going. And for those of you, you know yourself, you didn't give a super stick on Super Friday. Maybe today you should do something super if you appreciate the work of I Am Sure Sports. All right. We thank you to all the new subscribers. We have some new subscribers that joined the platform recently, and we want to thank you for being a part of it. You understand me? So bless up. Triple E. Yeah, man. Bless up yourself. You understand me? Lots of love and respect. Elite Sports TV. Bless up yourself. All right. So, don't know if you follow. I remember, and people, it is okay for you to disagree with me. All right. But I remember when I just started my platform, I had Andre Blake as one of the top keepers in CONCACAF. And many people would have, I remember that was when I used to go on the coach's desk at the beginning, and people would name a lot of keepers in who keep for the USA. Ochoa, the Mexican keeper, the Costa Rican goalkeeper was mentioned, and rightly so. They are good keepers. They have kept at very high levels. But let me tell you something. Andre Blake is an elite goalkeeper, and he continues to prove this. I think he's 32 years old now, and so he just had a major accomplishment in his career. And sometimes we need to A.M. Henry, big up. We need to take time to really heal and respect the accomplishments. Look at the successes of people and really heal them, because life is filled of El Granero blessings, right? Eagle Republic up, yeah, full of circumstances and situation where the truth is that because we don't know the background, because we don't know the inner workings, we oftentimes are privy to all the failures of mankind and never see the successes. And so we don't get to celebrate and heal them. So, all right, whether we want to call him a shot stopper or a goalkeeper, he's very good at what he does. And he had a major accomplishment, very historic recently. And this is the article that was written about Andre Blake. It was published on early in April. It says what started with him, his name called first at the 2014 MLS Super Draft, has grown into a special moment at Subaru Park on Saturday night as Philadelphia Union Andre Blake made his 212th MLS regular season start. With the start in goal for the boys in blue, Blake passes former teammate Ray Gaddis for the club's all-time record in the statistic. The Jamaican has amassed quite the resume during the past decade with Philadelphia, putting on amazing displays that have coined numerous catchphrases such as Save by Dre and Brickwall Blake. Blake has amassed 4 MLS All-Star appearances, another team record, 3 MLS Goalkeeper of the Year award, the first player in MLS history to do so, and literally own the entire record book for the Union. One of the 2 Union players to play every single minute of their 22 MLS regular season, Blake led the league with 15 shutouts to re-establish the club record. The Jamaican international saved 17.4% of the shots he faced in 2022, while he is the most among goalkeepers who have appeared in at least 3 games, right? With Blake in the net, the Union achieved the fewest goals ever conceded, 26, by any MLS team during a 34-game season. People, I will say these things they are not ordinary accomplishment, and and we need to lift our hats and our caps to celebrate this great Jamaican. He's a tremendous goalkeeper. I don't know if there is anyone. Respect, blessings, Dwight Spence. I don't know if there's any goalkeeper in the history of Jamaica's football. And maybe Donovan Ricketts have done, and Warren Barrett kept in the World Cup. But in terms of professional football, not international football, I think Andre Blake is one of the best that we have. Absolutely one of the best that we have. And so we commend him this morning. He's a captain also of the Reggae Boys football team. Recently he wasn't there. We had other captains, but while he's around, he is the captain. So big up to Andre Blake, major accomplishment, and keep up the good work. All right, I saw that story. The story that Eagle Republic is speaking of, where he says Mikel Antonio is under investigation by UEFA. Antonio, Declan Rice, and others are alleged to have jumped into a crowd of ultras to fight. He was apparently defending family members. Yeah, I saw the story, and I kind of wonder why it was almost the entire team, from my understanding, but specific names were pointed out. Like, for me, I think honestly, like some of these things, I am very, very. I don't know, man. I have a high level of suspicion about how certain players are treated by the FA. It would almost feel like Stefan Wright. I see a deleting Dwight messenger. What happened? Mistake. Yeah. yeah. I don't know. I feel like sometimes, you know, there is a attempt to discredit certain players who play in England. Like it's so easy for their career and their reputation to be put through the mud, um, while others, I think, get a pass. So maybe it is just me thinking as a conspiracy theorist that these things happen, and it is just there's nothing. But I oftentimes feel that way, right? Eagle Republic, I know you're a Cornwall College man, you know that you will always have Donovan Ricketts ahead of him, but two very good goalkeepers. But I think in terms of accomplishment, Blake has been the first to do many of the things that he has done in terms of personal accomplishment. So I have to give him a lot of kudos for that. And on that, I would say, in terms of accomplishment, he is. I would say that he is ahead. That is my thought. But it is opinion. So opinion is just that. It is just opinion, and yours may be different. Now, I want to talk little as well before I get into the is Pep the greatest coach ever in professional football? He won multiple times in Spain, multiple times in Germany, multiple times in England now. Where hasn't he conquered? And I think if he goes to Italy, he will conquer there. And if he goes to France, he will conquer there. Is Pep the greatest coach? Oh, and the next person says, Tallman is. Hold on, hold on. All right, hold on. Let Donovan Ricketts is better than Andre Blake. Whoa. Hmm. That is interesting. You're talking about um their keeping ability, or are you talking about their accomplishments? Let, it is I'm just asking, right? So let me ask again. All right. So number. All right. So let me ask again. Just keeping ability, right? Ricketts is a better goalkeeper, but Blake is way more accomplished. So if Blake has achieved these things, wouldn't it be possible to believe that it is because his keeping ability is high? So I think, given some of the things that Blake has accomplished, even keepers who are Americans have not accomplished those things. He's the first keeper, right? To do those things. All right. So that's number one. But I know the Cornwall College and the Montegonians are not going to let down tall P. You know what I mean? All right, Dwight. So that was an accident. All right. So that's number one. No, is Pep for the people who says Pep is not, because I want to hear your opinion. I want somebody to call in and talk to this, and right, and I'm going to also put the link for somebody to join. Why wouldn't Pep be the fact that he has dominated in Spain? You can't say he didn't develop any players. He has developed world-class players, moved players from position, put them in other positions, and they have done well. Right? He has dominated in Spain when he was there. He did the same in Germany, and he has come to Manchester in England, and he has done the same. And if he goes to France, I don't think it will be different. And if he goes to Italy, I don't think it will be different. Who would be a better coach than Pep in this generation that we have lived? I need you to give me reason for your position, right? And if not Pep, then give me a name. Who then? All right? Let me read some things that I have here. Lionel Messi says, Pep has something special. He allows you to see things in a different way, how to prepare for matches, defensively, how to attack. He tells you exactly what to do in a match, how you have to attack to win. I was lucky to have time with Guardiola and Enrique, the two best. With them, I learned a lot about football and tactical wisdom. I'm going to give you some more things from some other people. That is the GOAT. People say Messi is the GOAT. That is the GOAT talking about Pep. Welcome to the show, Ryan LFC.
Man. Good morning, Virgin. When you love move the goalpost, you ask the question first. Is Pep Guardiola is the greatest coach of all time? And now then you say in the last 15 years.
No,
Which
no,
one
no.
of them you are working?
No, man. Is Pep the greatest coach of this generation?
No, you said at all time a while ago, and then they changed it to this generation.
Is Pep the greatest coach that we have seen? Because we have to go to we have seen. Is Pep the
No.
who is
I would say,
who?
I would say, as bad as thing as a rival, when I say Ferguson.
What?
Ferguson are the goat.
Based on what?
Ferguson are the goat.
Give us reason. What? You have to give reasons. Yeah.
Based on where Manchester United at the time when Liverpool is on top and the accomplishment we make in Europe, winning more than one Champions League, winning the FIFA Club World Cup, win every other thing. 13 Premier League title Ferguson have, FA Cup. It's no joke when you look at the players them when Ferguson developed. Cristiano Ronaldo taking game to the next level. Wayne Rooney taking games to the next level. Ryan Giggs, Ferguson take them game to the next level. I would say the greatest coach of all time is Alex Ferguson. Not saying Pep Guardiola cannot overpass him, And I believe that he will, but right now, no. Ferguson is the GOAT.
But don't Pep have more everything than Alex Ferguson? When he add up all his titles?
More? No.
Of course.
No.
All right.
Pep have what? No, unless him pass him this year.
All right. How many
champions?
How many Champions League Alex Ferguson has?
I think both of them have 2, or I think Pep have 2 and Ferguson have 3, something like so. Or 2 Ferguson. I'm not sure how much Champions League Ferguson have. I think a 2 or 3. But I know Pep Guardiola have 2. That is only him winning Barcelona. I know we know that more.
Yeah, he won 2 with Barcelona. How much Alex Ferguson win? In
2 or 3.
In Germany and in Pep have won. Oh man, say Pep have won Champions League. I know one time Pep won Champions League. Doctor,
2 Champions League.
Yeah.
2 Champions League Guardiola, and he should have more based on the money when he spent.
Fergie have 2 and Pep have 2.
Yeah, and Ferguson have more trophy. Ferguson have over 25 trophy.
But Pep, remember that?
Not saying Pep Guardiola eventually passing. Listen, it's everything combined in it. It's about winning when you win, players where you take the club from. Barcelona always on top, Bayern Munich always on top. Only City alone, him who say yeah, and City with them on top when him come. You understand? But him do great, but Ferguson is the GOAT.
All right.
So Ferguson is the GOAT. In this generation, I would say, Pep Guardiola.
No, what I'm saying, put Arsene Wenger in there, right?
Bro, don't wanna put Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger in the name.
Put Mourinho in there. Put Alex Ferguson. Put Alex Ferguson in there. When you calculate the amount of titles, right? Fergie has 2
Carlo
and Pep
Ancelotti.
has 2. Barcelona beat Manchester United 2-1 and 3-1. So, right? Didn't Pep beat Alex Ferguson to win one of the Champions League?
No, I don't think Pep. Yeah. 2000, what? In last year? Last year, yeah.
All right. Okay. So, my point is, Pep has won in Germany. Alex Ferguson has done all that he did in England. Pep has done this in Spain, his home country. Spain is his home country. He goes to Germany, and he did it. He comes to England, and he has done it. Not only that. How many times has City not been in the top 3 under Pep? That's the next big thing, you know.
Mannings, listen, I believe that Pep will definitely pass him in a good conversation, but me still have Ferguson, right? Yes. And when do Man United. So damn it, you know. 13 Premier League title. We're not going to see another manager win so much Premier League title.
Yeah, but Ryan, but if Pep had stayed with Barcelona, though, wouldn't he have done probably the same thing? Or if he had stayed with Germany, it's just because Pep moved?
When I know. So let's see if we can do it with City. We don't know, kind of. We don't know because he not me, brother. We don't know, Brazil. And Pandy, no, may I tell you, Pep is behind Ferguson right now, but he will definitely pass Ferguson, right? In my good conversation.
Hey, you know what is funny? Somebody just made a big point.
But not right now.
All right. Somebody just, two very good points. People used to say that Messi wasn't the GOAT because he has only done it in Spain. One league. So how you going to give Alex Ferguson the GOAT or the best when he hasn't gone outside of England and showed his quality? And people say Pep never built a team. Everywhere that Pep has gone, he has built a team.
Money, you know, say all the day after bit. That conversation too. I believe that Carlo Ancelotti is right up there with Pep Guardiola. Carlo Ancelotti win in a most of 5 different countries, brother. When done with Carlo Ancelotti done with AC Milan and all of them things, I believe that I would say right now, Carlo Ancelotti, I would have Carlo Ancelotti over Pep Guardiola right now because Carlo Ancelotti is this.
Okay.
No, this man win, man in real life, man in man.
No, I'm listening to you.
Judge man, because my boy about 4 Champions League, brother.
So if this season Pep win the FA Cup, they have won the Premier League, and then he wins the Champions League, which would make him now with 3. Would he now have gone ahead of Alex Ferguson?
Bro, even by the put it at Alex Ferguson. Pep Guardiola not even pass club. Can win the Champions League. Until him win the Champions League,
you mean say the man not win the Champions League? The man has won the Champions League more time than Klopp.
No, may I say, man, based on in England, right? Based on in England, with Pep Guardiola at City and Liverpool and Klopp at Liverpool. I think Pep Klopp done more than Pep Guardiola at Man City.
Hold on.
Because everything Pep Guardiola win that year.
You believe that Klopp has accomplished more at Liverpool than Pep has accomplished at City?
Yes, based on the Champions League. Champions League.
So let me ask you now. So if hold on.
Champions League final.
All right, fine.
Klopp play every final at Liverpool now. He play Europa League, he play FA Cup, he play 2 Carabao Cup final.
So Pep has done that as a City as well. Every final.
No, him not win the Champions League.
No, he has not won it. He has not won it, but he has
win.
Win.
You have to win one of them, man.
So let me ask you this.
Win one of them.
No, man. So if Pep win the Champions League this season, who is he ahead of?
Him surpass Jurgen Klopp. Him surpass Jurgen Klopp with the back of him and Liverpool. Him surpass. But
So,
I still think
so
them
how
three coaches.
here's what you're doing. You're giving Klopp the edge over Pep because of the Champions League. But you're not giving,
Yes.
watch this now, but if Pep win the Champions League and have one more than Alex Ferguson, you're still not giving him the edge over Alex Ferguson.
Man. He might go in the conversation, man. He might go in the conversation. For me, for dominating England so long and do have a Europe, do have a big trophy, me have a problem with that. Man. Sorry, man.
All right, we'll see. Because if City win the triple, FA Cup,
Come on, Inter Milan.
FA Cup, Premier League, and
by the way, and by the way, just to leave, because I don't want to get cool up because I have the legs. I leave you with this, quick. Liverpool, no, Pep Guardiola, I rate Pep Guardiola highly, but he must win the Champions League with City. For me, give him that another above there. Solid in respect. He must win it with City.
So
see,
if he equals the Champions League with City, with Klopp, and have so many Premier League, he have way more Premier League titles than Klopp. Does that mean that he's far ahead of Klopp?
Based on trophy, yes, of course.
Okay, all right.
Based on trophy.
All right. Me will talk to the Real Madrid fan because Jason is saying that Ancelotti has done it everywhere, which is true. So we're gonna get to that. All right, go on do your thing, bossy. Hey, I mean if you talk to you, because I mean if you talk to you, Ryan. I mean if you talk to you, bro, because I know you have some information and you hear a man say some things and you never correct them, brother. But me and you go talk, Me have to go talk to you off the ear. It's like him.
Part of the show, call back. When we reach another part, they call back.
Yeah, man. All right. So Jason, who is a Real Madrid fan, is saying that Ancelotti is all right. So is Ancelotti ahead of Pep and Alex Ferguson? We have Demo. Demo, make your case, sir. Yeah.
What's up? You can hear me?
Yeah, man. We hear you loud and clear. You talk.
Every time I come on, something wrong with my phone or this chip out or something. So let me just say, big up everybody in the comment section. Big up Mannings, man. So this is my thing. Zine, we used to define GOAT, Mannings, man. I just want you, because I don't know if you have pushed the narrative that he is, or you just ask the question. Because you seem to take a side a lot of times, just like when we say, will Arsenal win the league? You say they can win the league. So I just need to know where you use to define GOAT.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I look at his accomplishments, where he has done it. I would say that he has done it in 3 different countries thus far, and he has won. If he win the Champions League, it would have meant that in 2 different countries he has won the Champions League, and the leagues that he has been in, he has dominated. His teams have dominated those leagues. I have also seen players who he has coached, including Lionel Messi, who he took up as a youngster, is seen as the greatest of all times. I've seen him even in City, where he has taken like an ordinary John Stone and turned him into an exceptional player. I've seen that. I've seen the transformation of Phil Foden. So many others we could go through. Like, not many coaches can take Erling Haaland and make him better because he was so good. And he has done those things. So I've seen, and I could go to Iniesta and Xavi. He was a part of those players who we rate some of them as some of the best footballers of all time. So some of those reasons, I would say, he's right up there with, and give me the name. If somebody can give me the name, I can put Pep right in there with them.
Oh, so you're saying he's right up there. He's not the GOAT.
I believe. Well, somebody have to tell me who is the GOAT then, because it's not Alex Ferguson.
I mean, people can argue Alex Ferguson easily, but I'm not even here to put up a name. So here's my thing, Zine.
But to me, like take a side and you don't put up a name.
No. I just make a case as to why me personally just can't have him in the conversation, bro.
Whoa.
I'm always trying to do this based off context, man. The way how things change. Yeah? Pep Guardiola has had the luxury, and we're talking about after Barcelona. Yeah? The man he's had the luxury. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
man, go ahead.
he's had the luxury to coach and manage some of the best teams in the world. Like you obviously can't hold that against him because he's a top manager. So he's gonna get the highest jobs. Yeah. But then have people in the GOAT conversation who play at the highest level of club football, which are the Champions League. And like I say, for the last 12 years, man, since the man left Barcelona, the man just seemed to crumble. Like it just so annoying. You can't have the best teams in the world and you crumble. The man go to from Barcelona to Bayern Munich, dominate the league over there. And this is a Bayern Munich team who just won the Champions League, by the way, in the 2012-2013 season. He wrap up the league after 27 match days. Wrap up the league, dominate the league. And then you're going to get knocked out of the Champions League with a team just win it. You're going to lose this. So this is the highest level where you're supposed to use your tactical genius to win the highest level. Yeah? You left, so you never win the Champions League there with one of the best teams in the world. You leave from there, you come and you dominate the Premier League with Manchester City, who was already winning the Premier League. Yeah? You hear me still?
Yeah, man. I'm listening.
Right? You come to Manchester City and you dominate, you beat up everybody in the league, and then you come back in at the highest level of Champions League football. You start getting knocked out to teams. Monaco, Lyon, Spurs, Liverpool, we are beat up in the league every year. I beat them by much single points and I get knocked out to them. Monaco, Lyon, boss. No, me can't. Them things, brother, you can't account for these things. You have one of the best teams and you got the highest level and you get knocked out to Lyon in the Champions League. No, boss, you can't. That's shocking. And now, and then when you finally make it to the finals after all of this failure, you're gonna lose to Chelsea. You're gonna lose to Chelsea in the finals when you have the favorites to win the whole thing. No, boss, you can't do that, brother. Some stripes have to come off with that man. It have to come off. When you have people like Klopp who consistently go to the finals and you lose to Real Madrid. But then you still go win one.
Are you saying that Klopp is ahead of Pep? Are you suggesting that? Hold on. All right, D-Man, I bring Marlon. Talk to me, boy. What?
If we're gonna talk about coaches, right?
Yeah.
All right. If we're talking about coaching in the modern era, right? It'll be Fergie, Ancelotti, Pep, right? Mourinho has done it, 2 Champions League team, right? I don't put Klopp and Pep in the same group, right? But
so you say Klopp is not even in that group.
Oh.
Hold on. We need to find out. Which team you support? Manchester United?
Yeah, man. So they are, right? He's a Barcelona.
Hold on. You say Klopp is not even in that conversation?
No.
The matter of football, right? Klopp has 2 Bundesliga, 1 Premier League, 1 and a Champions League, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, right? As a veteran coach, Ancelotti, as a man who has been in the 90s.
I never know said it finished and just them trophy there. You need to continue with the more trophies.
Oh, we are talking about major trophy. We now go for FA Cup and we are talking about
a Club World Cup either.
Oh, we are talking about the major titles, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
For Club World Cup, Ancelotti, I go walk left and go and see him here too. Right?
No, you mean between Pep and Klopp?
No, we are go for the top coaches there.
Okay.
So may I put all of them in context. Ferguson with his longevity at Man U for over 27 years, right? Ancelotti, who was been there from the 90s, was a man that was there from the 90s and still coaching same way, still doing it as a top coach same way. So I will have Ancelotti over him, right?
Mannings, man, maybe change my internet and come back.
All right.
So Ancelotti will be basically way ahead. If you're gonna go by a Champions League title and everything, right? And if you're gonna go by winning trophy in everywhere we go, right? So he will basically be there. If you're gonna talk about major trophy in different countries.
What I would say though, Marlon, is that how many years has Pep been in England and how many titles he has won? So when people say Alex Ferguson 13, how many years did he take to win the 13? And how many years did Pep take? And you do an average. How many years did Pep take to win? What, 5?
Yeah, but man, remember the tell you got to establish team. For example, take a Man U team that was down there, right? Where Liverpool were dominant, right? So it's a different comparison. I'm not gonna go by Pep comparison with Man City. You know, his achievement stuff and Barcelona. From leaving Barcelona be right when Madrid came and beat Barcelona that season when they actually got third when Rijkaard was there, and the fallout started when they brought Henry and Eto'o and Pep came in, right, and he took up the team that came through that season and went on that winning streak. So that's where the accomplishment started about. When he went to Germany, right? Remember, he got the Bayern Munich team that won the treble that season. And I have friends who are basically, when I say Bayern Munich, up to today days, they don't rate Pep because they say Pep don't do nothing more than come take the title that anybody in Germany could have done. So they took him there for them to retain the Champions League, right? And the League Cup and the Bundesliga. Those are the two that he won.
Yeah. All right. We have Carlington and Teagat and Carlington. When are you go? And then who gonna go first? All right, go ahead, Carlington. Teagat busy.
Yeah, come I go up on the jump. I just left you with this. I just look on the stats. The top 10 coach in the world right now.
Yeah.
Ancelotti number 1, Pep Guardiola number 2. Ancelotti win 4 Champions League with Real Madrid and win 2 with AC Milan. Him win title France, him win title Germany, him win title in England, and him win title in Spain. Every one of the top tournaments, him win title.
Don't go Italy.
Yes, no, Italy. That's what I'm saying. Win with AC Milan, 2 Champions League, plus him win title with AC Milan. And I think with Juventus too. Him with Juventus one at a time. Yeah. So them tell us that Ancelotti are one of the most successful coach. Him win. I think Jose Mourinho they are third. I think I clap. No, clap. Jurgen Klopp they are third.
Oh, clap with the head of Alex Ferguson. Clap with the head of that list the wrong one.
That is what it look on it. Check it. And them say they must show you all of the what them do. And
Frankie, you're talking about coaches presently, right? Coach presently coach is talking about, man.
Yes, like what am I show now, the top coach, number 1 rank is Ancelotti and Pep Guardiola second. You can check it.
Oh, they're talking about who coaching now. We can't look at that list because we have to look at a list that would include people like Alex Ferguson.
So you look for all time.
Yeah, we're not talking about right now.
I think them have Van Gaal in it too.
Van Gaal, either who?
Van Gaal in it. I think even at the top 10. And Spalletti. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here from a City fan.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Yeah, what go on, man?
Yeah, is Pep the greatest of all
time? Not the greatest of all time, but he's up there.
Who is better than him?
A lot of persons are better than Pep. I put him like number 5. number 5 or number
Give me the names
4.
that you have better than him as a City fan.
Alex.
Sir Alex Ferguson is better than him and you're a City fan?
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, man,
Okay.
Alex. Understand. You have Carlo. You have Josie, the special one. Yeah,
Oh,
and then
Mourinho is better than Pep.
yeah, and then you have Pep. You understand? Yeah, you don't have Pep. But more address the first the person was talking about Pep not winning the Champions League with City. We have to understand all him say City is dominating the league. We have to understand the league and Champions League is two different things. The Champions League is a knockout game. You understand? You can have your best game and you can have your worst game in 90 minutes of football. The league is a progression. We see Arsenal dominate. Oh, I'm going to look this. The man is one. Me not bash you. All right, me not bash you. We look at this league. Arsenal dominating the league. You understand? 247 days on top of the league, and then at the final, Manchester winning the league without kicking a ball. You understand? Winning the league with 3 games to spare.
So what is the
So
point?
it's a
I don't understand the point.
the
I don't
point
understand.
the point is the accumulation of points. You understand? Accumulation of points for a certain amount of time. You understand? Manchester City know to garner accumulation of points for a certain amount of time. Playing the Champions League now is different. You play in Champions League, you come in with the best team, and then you just have one slip up. A man get to score one goal, it's all over. You don't have a chance for comeback. You make a slip like Gerard, you don't have no chance to come back. That's just basically it. So you can't say the man not good because the man will win a Champions League and team are beat it. A team can get lucky on the day and just come and play some good football for 90 minutes, drop it under your skin and beat. Look how much side this is in the English Premier League, beat Manchester City. Side below the table. Southampton beat Arsenal and Arsenal they are on top of them game. And then
You
just
know,
beat them
understand how we
game.
move from Pep being the best coach and
No, I'm just saying
being
for
the
Manning ban.
yeah,
Manning
I think
ban. Manning ban.
how the conversation got to
Hold on.
Arsenal
Hold
losing to
on,
some
man. Hold on
yeah,
now. I was
check
Manning ban.
connection.
Remember I saying now. Oh, all right. Remember I said Manning ban. Manning ban. Remember I saying now. Me tell you who are the best, right? I'm just addressing the person that was saying that City, Pep is no good. I can't win Champions League with Manchester City. I'm just addressing that. That I'm just
Okay.
yeah, right. So I don't even never hear that, but
So
I'm just addressing that part.
if Pep stays in the Premier League for the next 10
Yeah,
years,
right.
operating the way that he does, the possibility exists that probably 5 out of those 10, he will probably win the league again.
Of course, because he know how to win the league. He know how to win the league. It's a thing. It's like you have a job, you have a workplace, and where you know the work so bad, it's so good, you can turn it back and do your job because you know your job inside out. You understand? And that's a Pep. Pep know his job inside out when it comes on to accumulating points. You understand? You know where to drop points, you know where to gain points.
I will also
The
say this.
champion,
Like Ancelotti never had good teams. Like everybody keep talking about Pep always have the best team. Talk about that AC Milan team that Ancelotti had. The Real Madrid
mm,
team that Ancelotti had. The Chelsea team that Ancelotti had. Which one of those teams were not big teams? Somebody tell me. Marlon, tell me. Seeing that Pep problem is that he hasn't built a team, he has big team. Tell me the team that Ancelotti built.
Marlins,
Yeah.
the AC Milan team wasn't the best team in Italy at the time.
What?
They wasn't the best team in Italy at the time. Right?
The AC Milan team.
Yeah, man.
Was not the AC Milan team with Seedorf and them man there?
No, it's not that team, man.
Which one of the AC Milan team?
The AC Milan team Champions League is one with Shevchenko, Kaka them.
Oh, now why you talking with Kaka? Kaka them?
Yeah, but remember this.
Maldini was when a different line and Nesta.
Yes, but
No,
remember
What? Yo, are the baddest defense line that?
Martins,
Eh?
Martins, if you, all right, Kaka, Maldini, Nesta, right? Kaka, Calezia, and Costa Curta and these guys were normal players, you know.
Oh, yo, we can't
Costa
do that.
Curta,
What? Go ahead.
Calezia from Georgia, right? These were normal players, right? Right? You had you have Seydaf wasn't there that time. Seydaf was there in the 90s.
And who was playing in midfield?
That was there.
Yeah?
Seydaf
Come on.
was there with Nesta and Maldini.
Yes.
Seydaf left that time, man. The 2003 team, the Champion League team.
That was there.
But-
That was there.
All right. No, well, me not gonna really. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going. But that to me was a good team. Wasn't Perlo in midfield?
Perlos went there that time.
Yo. Where said that team that they were good? You can't believe say man say. I just Kaka, Nesta, Mali, Perla, Maestro, and Gutoso. No. Gutoso never did it. Gutoso did there Juve. Me I'll get the team and tell you, no man.
Let me tell you the team.
Yeah.
Mannings.
Ryan, go ahead and tell him find the team.
What's the Man
Ryan,
City
what's
fans
that
name?
you?
What's the
Go
Man?
back on it.
What's the Man City fans name on the pan the chat? What name again? Tegan, brother. Why you always a misquote, my brother?
Oh, me misquote you.
And me, man,
Tegan,
me, man. When you misquote you, how many skills?
Brother, you always a misquote, my brother. Every time I dey on a show, you always a misquote, my brother. Stop misquote, my brother.
I apologize. How many misquote you?
You hear me say Pep Guardiola no good, brother? You come on the show and talk about me say Pep Guardiola no good, brother. Me say the man that win the Champions League get it City. See him get me full credit.
Okay,
Brother, stop misquote, my brother. Every show you come for, you always a misquote, my brother. Man, stop misquote, man.
All right. Go easy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. All right. So that was it, Ryan. Oh, I'm gone. Okay. Oh, look like that was something. All right. Listen, the man, Ambrosini, big baller. What the man at Inzaghi that drop ball in time, the man? Zivchenko. What the man at talk about, man? Kaka, Rui Costa, Clarence Seedorf was there. Gutoso was there. Perla was there. Yo, the man see our ordinary team this. Eh? No, sir. Cafu. Hold on there. What you really say? You said no, man. Marlon, you have to take back that, Marlon. You can't say that you never go Marlon.
Marlins, they were the dominant team in Syria at the time, right?
They were not. Of course, they were the dominant team in Syria.
Oh man.
Under Ancelotti with Dida in goal. They had Dida in goal. They had Maldini. They had Cafu. They had Nesta. They have Sergino.
That's when Buffon went there.
No man, Buffon came in the other season, the season after that. Then they had Perlo, they had Gutoso, they had Kaka, they had Clarence Seedorf, they had Ambrosini, they have Rui Costa, they have Andriy Shevchenko, they have Filippo Inzaghi. What am I talking about, man? Thomas, what name? Jandal Thomas, from Denmark. Man, the man. But I said it all still. But here's what I'm saying though. So if Pep wins the Champions League this season, where does he go on the all-time list of coaches?
He'll be in the top 10.
Second of all time. Second
of all time. So who is number one of all time? Because people say
Alex.
who is number one of all time?
Alex, sir.
So how Alex over? What we can say is how now have Alex over Ancelotti then of all time? I don't understand the logics.
Man, if you're going to have trophy, Fergie have most about 50 trophy. You know?
All right. Fergie have 15 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cup, 2 UEFA Champions League.
But it could... All right. Check Ancelotti.
Ancelotti
Ancelotti for about 20 something or 30. He must skill are them in a same
The
level.
thing though is that he has never. These guys moved to other places.
Yeah, that's the thing I say. But if you're gonna go by achievement, right? By with titles, Fergie's up there. We ahead of them. You must
No,
see a
what? No,
must see a
no, me
big
no.
thing.
Listen, some of the time now. This is weird now. When you count some of Fergie titles, we gone back to all the Scottish League.
I thought was the one Scottish League.
Eh?
One Scottish League.
And then me a coach in Scotland, me no win the league easy, man.
But guess what? It was a smart team to win it. Other Rangers Celtic.
What do I call the Farmers League over Scotland?
The Rangers are Celtic.
Yo, yeah, reach, man. See, Demo is back now. Demo, talk to the man them, because
Yeah.
the man them say, clap not even there enough, and them listen, Marlon say, him have clap in a different category than Pep, you know.
Yeah, but you see that other thing, man. It's like
Money,
what were used? Were used trophies?
Hold on, Tiga. Hold on, Demo. Where you say Tiga? Quickly, cut
Yeah.
Demo out.
Demo, hold on there. Money, just want to the person who called in a while ago said me I misquoted. Who was that person?
Ryan. I thought he was going to say
And
something.
I ran me. Hold on. And I ran me a talking a Demo me a talk. This brother is not the master. Him me a talk. Because me have to Ryan was on the show.
Team of Tigers
You
attack.
understand?
Demo, yeah.
A Demo, yeah man, a Demo me a talk. So if Ryan and listen, tell Ryan to me not to hear when him talk.
Yeah.
A Demo me that talk. Yeah, tell Ryan to send that to Ryan. Me never that talk to him. Because I don't know him there on the show. You understand?
Demo,
So, we don't want to.
yeah.
A Demo me that talk. A Demo me that talk.
So
You
we
Wait a
understand?
minute.
anyways, but let's move on because sometimes I don't know, like the probably the
Yeah, some don't know what I'm doing. You understand? Me not to know say right, Demo me that talk. And everybody knows that Demo me that talk. Demo, when you say that, get no good. You understand? Me just
No,
address that part. Champions League.
Demo go say
wait,
you
when
misquote him now.
Mannings, man.
Demo go say you misquote him now. You better take one that Demo
No,
never say Pep no good.
man. When you say Pep no good,
No, wait, you mean that no, never so good, never win a Champions League
Yeah.
with City. That's
but
when yeah.
He has never won the
but
Champions League with City. He got.
But I was addressing that part. Me never that talk to Ryan. Me never that talk. Demo me
yeah,
that talk. So if Demo
but I
want
did.
score me, Demo
Yeah.
All
But
right,
Demo, go ahead and keep right now.
yeah, because Mannings, man, me hear feedback from somebody. Me don't know why. Like
He got.
that buzzing. Me not sure how.
Yes, I'm gonna mute him. Go ahead now.
Okay. All right. So I'm saying, right? First of all, I didn't say Pep wasn't good. That's the first thing. I never said Pep not good in the Champions League. I am saying for a man who had so many resources, so much resources at his disposal, losing to teams like Lyon is unacceptable. Losing to Spurs is unacceptable. Losing to Liverpool is unacceptable, seeing that he dominated the Premier League the seasons so well. Getting knocked out by Monaco is unacceptable. Then you went to the finals and you get knocked out by Chelsea. It is unacceptable, boss. And me have to take our stripes off of them someday. It no matter how
all
much
right,
is a
fine.
knockout
That is
done
hold
and
on,
anybody can win
that
yeah,
hold on,
that nonsense.
hold on. It's a
Manchester
knockout deal. We understand Demo. That's knockout.
Milan, no?
Let him finish, Tiga. Let him
Just
finish, Tiga, and then you come in. Let him finish. Yeah, because of
you
the
can
feedback.
tell
Go ahead.
competition and people can win on the day and all of this nonsense. But the thing continues to happen year after year after year after year. Like me give him the Real Madrid thing in Bayern Munich, yeah? I'm just give him that because of Real Madrid. But him have a superior team with Bayern Munich when them knock him out too. And him go tinker and put me remember the game, him put Philip Lahm, take him from right back who was playing so well at right back by the way, and play him CDM in the Real Madrid game. And I saw him end up and lose the game. But I'm gonna give him that. So I'm not call Real Madrid. But those other teams I'm gonna mention, unacceptable. For a team where you can probably feel two different Manchester City teams and probably compete in other team. So resources plus which by him finish is unacceptable for me. I'm gonna have to take all stripes. It's simple.
All right. So what? All right. All at Demo. Go ahead now, Tiga.
Yeah,
Unmute him.
as I'm gonna say, I respect your opinion and what you have to say. You understand? But I'm just saying to you that Pep sometimes overthink the game and him try to outthink his opponent. You think that this player is going to play, you see a player playing good on the season. Because what Pep try to do, if you watch Pep football, him have a backup player for each position. You understand? Him have two players that play two positions at all times and he move them around. So when him playing a game, you understand? Because I try to study Pep. When him play a game, when he thinks that this player is going to play, him put in a different player. And you wonder why him put in this other player. Because him might try to outsmart him opponent and sometimes him get it wrong. You understand? So you can't beat the man because he might try to outthink him opponent. You
But that's
understand?
the point.
You can't beat you can't beat the man. You expect him to come with you expect him to come with something and him just come with something different. You understand? You say, no, you can't say no. He's always trying to beat his opponent and him know what he wants. You understand? Him use the same tactics over and over and over and over. You understand? Or him play information and get to the team can't beat him and get to them study. Because him tries to get faster, him tries to get stronger, and him tries to get people playing his football we want to play. You understand? So
Right.
that's just my opinion.
So hold on. So you're telling me I'm not supposed to beat him for getting his tactics wrong. That's what you're saying. So me can't beat him because him try something and get it wrong and lose. That's basically
No,
telling
but
me. That's basically telling me. Say Leon Bailey try shift a man on the right and continuously fail. Him try a different move for shift the man, fail. Someone must just leave him alone for continue to try shift the man. And don't cuss him when him a continue shift the man and fail. Try shift the man and fail. But the man tactics doesn't work. And so him get knocked out because it no work. So me I go take off. Listen, Pep Guardiola is Spanish, Would I love him for be the Spain coach, Love it. Like the man is an awesome coach, but me have to take our stripes off of these consistent failures.
All right, so let me ask you this, Demo, and the rest of the person on the panel. Say Inter Milan beats City. You take off some stripes off Pep, don't it?
Whole heap.
All right, Wally. All right. But if they beat Inter, do you give him stripes?
Of course, because him
So
finally get over the hump.
this comparison with him and Klopp is done now. You say that Klopp.
I'm gonna say done because like man,
Yeah. Okay.
let
Go
me
ahead.
say, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say finish because guess what? For me, it's all about context and the resources. Like where club use to where City use, it just ridiculous. Like it's chalk to cheese. You see me? And I'm gonna just this are gonna be
What do you
film
mean,
first
Chuck?
shot.
All right, listen. All right, Timo. All right, how much money?
So this are gonna
Apart
be
from,
one
do
in
you
one.
know that? All right, if you go by that, Demo, who
Mm.
spent most money in the last window? Liverpool or City?
The last window. No,
The, the,
no.
cup- the window for this season. Liverpool.
No.
Liverpool.
No.
No.
No, but
No, I'm telling you, but I'm telling you that Liverpool in the last window spent more money than City.
how much you spend?
How much I spent on Darwin Nunes alone in the last
65.
windows for this season? All right, and you say about Darwin Nunes and the player from Fulham.
Yeah, but man is man, that are like
Oh,
5 million. But tell me the
no, let me
price
give you
come
other
to
players.
add it up.
But
More you tell me how much.
so I'm telling you that you spent more money, so I'm going to give you them. So you
You
bought
tell me
you
total.
sorry you bought
Mm.
Darwin Nunes,
Oh
you got
Lord.
Luis Diaz, you got the
Yeah.
player from Fulham, all right, and one other player got a wing back and a goalkeeper.
Ramsey.
Yep.
Yeah,
Calvin Ramsey, Gakpo.
Gakpo, Pep,
Yeah.
Manchester City bought Alvarez and Holland, two players.
No, what? Which two players?
Who again them by?
The
Who?
man them by left back Gomez, Sergi Gomez, and somebody else. I can't remember.
Começa com van free.
A
Me
free.
no-
I should pay money by two players them by.
All no
Two
man is man that tell me the prices.
Oh, Akanji. And that bought Akanji as well. Three. Akanji, Akanji,
Kanje
Holland.
Cup, Kanje Cup.
All right. Money man.
Remember,
Money man.
the point I'm
All right.
making,
Money
Dimo,
man.
if you say about resources, Liverpool spent more money, but look how many points City has finished ahead of them.
Yeah, but man, we just like using Pep versus Klopp in stretch, not just this season, boss. It's obvious you can't be this season. The comparison is about season. It's on a stretch. So in time Klopp they're down the Bundesliga back to back with Dortmund, brother. It's a major accomplishment for Klopp and him strives go way up. Then you come and you compete with a Manchester City team with all what them have, and you win the league on a canter, by the way. Nobody now talk about that. Like when you run over the league and left City now with us. The big, great City. When Klopp do that, you not say nothing. You go beat who beat Spurs. I mean, Spurs in the Champions League, and nothing that. But still, who win the what Klopp accomplished with what him have, boss? It's ridiculous. So the man strives after the up.
But Dimo, Klopp bought his team, with the exception of Arnold. He bought
Klopp
the team.
bought his team,
Yes. How many players didn't work that? Tell me the players that Klopp didn't purchase.
boss.
Give me the players. He bought his team just like Pep. I buy them by the team. He told them by team.
Man is man.
You
Every
can spend
manager have to
more
spend
money, but I
money.
buy them by the team. Yeah.
Everybody have to spend money on them team. What kind of ridiculous is this? The man must have to buy players and sell players, brother. I'm
So yeah,
saying,
that's what I'm saying that the idea about money. All right, somebody saying that they bought Nathan Ake as well.
the man them buy enough players, man is man. That's why I'm asking if you tell me the prices, you know. I'll know you not tell me, you know, how much we
Oh
spend,
man,
how much we spend.
I saw. Okay, third season this man. What do you
Yeah,
mean by
Ake
okay?
was here
A long
before.
time.
Ake, yeah.
Okay,
They
they
never bought Ake, man.
relegated.
And
I
they never
just the
bought they never bought Calvin Phillips in this window. Calvin Phillips was before and was in.
Come on, it's Phillips. Akanji came in. Contract went out. Holland, Alvarez, Pironi came in January, and what's his name again? The Garcia Gomez.
Gomez,
The,
yeah.
the,
When you check the money they spend, it's Calvin Phillips, Holland, and Alvarez. Those are the persons they spend.
50 million.
Yeah.
yeah,
How
but
much
he
you
never
pay
go
for
on.
That's
how
how
much
me
you
a
pay for
talk.
Darwin Nunes?
Alvarez a bargain.
Like we are talk about.
How much you
This
pay spend on Darwin Nunes? And
when Pep
got
boss, this is the disparity when me at talk about. It's when Pep come and the man see, oh, Joe Hart was one of the best keeper them in the world. Oh, Joe Hart can't pass. I'm run him way.
Oh
Run him
yeah,
way. Bring deals. Then the
the
man
So, something wrong with that. Hold on. If you see a flaw in a player that cannot fit the system, and you're moving with, so why you not customer from moving with the player? If the man
I
if
am
the Joe Hart can't keep,
I know cost me, I show you how the man have the luxury to do them something, the brother. Calvin Phillips, you overweight, if you don't pay 50 million for you, sit down on the bench all season. Like we can't do them thing, the boss. You think we can look on Trent and say, oh, look on the horrible season where you have, go on the bench. We can't do them something, the brother.
maybe that is your coach problem.
Boss, we don't have that luxury. That's the point.
Demo, you have to look for about way. Remember saying no? Cancelo having one way. What you do? Send him up on loan.
Just run with Cancelo. Like, what?
So
You
But at the
understand
But Demo, look at Demo. I'm going to give him this. Right? Remember, a young Rico Lewis was there coming through same way. Right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
the young talent there. So, if me or somebody come who can adhere to what me implement by I'm going to work with it. It no matter how established you are, once the man can work with it and the player come in and fit in same way.
But
If
I'm
you look for the whole of the
that's
guy, right? Them come in and them fit in the system.
that's all. What that brother you say? Virgil bought, Allison bought, Salah bought, Thiago bought. What is nonsense boats? What is?
he's showing you that Klopp has also made a lot of purchases. So he never built only one person. How many
How much
players?
today?
All
We
right,
never need to buy nobody.
what I'm saying, what I think what they call what Robbie's saying is that both persons have spent money. Yes, maybe City, maybe Liverpool spent a lot, but some of that was because of sales. because they got a lot of money from some of their sales. But in fairness, both of them never build
But
players. All I'm saying, Demo, we can say both Klopp and Pep did not build players through their academy system to win. They bought the teams that they have. And Pep has gotten more in the Premier League. And if he wins the Champions League, you have to say him leap on bounds above Klopp because you'd have won 5 Premier Leagues in this
not leap
in the
and
season.
bones.
Huh?
Not leap and bones.
Yeah.
No, me not
Here,
say no leap and and
here's
you see,
Jason.
even when you look on them head to head, look on Pep and Klopp head to head, like over them career. It's not no leap and bones, boss.
Answer Jason. Jason is saying that where is the period of dominance by Klopp for him to be even mentioned in this conversation? When has Klopp dominated? Where and where?
Dominated what?
Any
In the
league at all.
EPL?
Any league. When and where has Klopp
The
dominated?
year in the league, we completely dominated that year. There was no mention of City because we
One
wrong
year.
left.
1 year.
What?
You can't get 1 year of dominance.
We no boss.
How
So
many
we
years
win.
dominated the league?
We dominated the league that
Under
year.
Klopp?
And we went on the Champions League year. We dominated when we win the Champions League that year too. Yeah,
We dominate what? Hold on.
the Champions League.
Did you win the league?
No, but we won the Champions League.
Did you
The,
dominate? No, here's what I'm asking. How many
the last
years?
last
How many
year.
years? How
Remember
many years
just
has
like
Klopp
ask me a
dominated the league?
question, man. You asked me a question, Mannings, man. Last year, Liverpool play every single competition there is, dominating every game of football we play. That year, they quadruple we that compete for. And we lost the league by 1 point. We drop out of the Champions League and win 2 other trophy. So don't ask when Klopp dominates.
So that
Because
is
we did.
dominance.
What?
That
Me give
that
you
is
the time.
dominating the league.
We
Okay.
mean, not just the league, Mannings, man. Them say when Klopp dominate. When Klopp win back to back in a Germany, no dominate him dominate with Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund, the man win back to back in that with Bayern Munich.
What you mean?
Dominate, man.
All right. When I speak about dominating the league, I talk about the fact that Pep, in the last 6 seasons, have won 5 of the Premier League titles. That is dominance to me.
Oh, so just the league. You can only dominate in the league.
But that's what I asked. Let's go to the
Time we win
Champions
the Champions League, you know.
Let's go to the Champions League. When I talk about dominating the Champions League, I put it to you that Real Madrid dominate the Champions League in the last 10 years. No other team has dominated it.
Oh, because
Real
them win to back. So
Then
you don't count Klopp winning in Germany back to back years with Dortmund as dominant.
no, you're gone for a different thing. No, listen what I'm saying. When it
No,
comes
man,
down to
when Klopp dominate.
okay, so we can say in Germany, Klopp won back-to-back Bundesliga. He dominated
Yeah.
the Bundesliga.
I am saying that. If you not say that more, no.
I agree with that. But when it comes down to the Premier League, I cannot say Klopp has dominated the Premier League.
So you can't dominate one season. That's a dominance.
You had a dominant season, but I don't.
Okay.
No, that's not what we're talking. When we're talking about this demo, we are talking about over a period of years. And I'm saying that if in 6 years you won 5 of the title, that is dominance. In the Champions League, if Liverpool won 1 in the last 10 years, then Real Madrid has been the most dominant team in the Champions League.
That's fine, man.
Okay.
But we're put together we're compared 2 people, you know. So we're trying to use the eras of which them dominant and combine them to see the man asked me when Klopp dominant. So I have to put the 2 back-to-back thing them together because to me that's dominant. The year when we win the league, that was complete dominance. So we dominate that season. And in the Champions League, we dominate that too. When we win the Champions League.
Okay.
So the man asked when which period? That the man asked, which period. So may I tell you the periods?
Okay, I got something. Hey, the city man send me be information, Demo. But yeah, let me see if I can get this one. We have cataract. All right, so next, there's a Premier League club summer spend 2022 spend. All right, Chelsea. And
So,
this is net. You know where City is at in terms of net spend. Li- Liverpool is at 9 million. Pep and City, they have plus 18 million. So the difference in terms of spending, right, is it would be 18 plus 9. Eh? 18 plus
That's
9, which is
Manning,
yeah, man, I'm giving you net spend. No,
Manning,
no, man. This what, hold on, Ketara. This is a net spend. What I'm saying to you is that so the idea that Pep is spending more when you look at the net spend is not really accurate. But
Man,
this is
wait. Before you go to the next thing, man. Make
no
them
because
send you.
Demo, other question, Mannings.
yes,
Net
sir.
spend can be a tricky thing because it speaks about how much you brought in versus how much you sold. So I would like you to give the full picture of how much talent was transferred in versus how much talent was sold.
Because
Because
City
net
spend
spend,
out of people.
hold a minute, please. Hold a minute.
Me have that too, you know, me have that right here.
Right, so that we can determine whether it's good, whether you're a good wheeler dealer.
All right, so let me tell you. So
Right.
Liverpool, all right, so here we go. So this says Premier League spend net, well, Premier League net spend, but it give you money spent, monies received, and then net spend.
Yeah.
Chelsea, $540 million spent. They receive 59 million. Their net spend is 480 million. Manchester United spent $215 million, receive 11 million, net spend 203. Newcastle spent 163 million, receive 2 million, net spend 161. Nottingham Forest spent 162, they receive 6.1, net spend 156. West Ham 171 million, they receive 19, net spend 152. Arsenal 170 million spent, they receive 21 million, net spend 149. Tottenham Hotspurs, 157 million spent, 34 receive, 123 net spend. Southampton, let me go down to Liverpool because we don't need to give you all of those. Liverpool, $121 million spent, 71 receive, 50 um 50
What?
million in terms of net spend. All right.
Liverpool is 121 million, brother. Where that a come from?
It means they don't spend 121 million.
But those spend
Mannings,
121
Show
talk
you
the
me.
truth, Pastor. Pastor, talk the truth.
Me have the
Read
thing,
from the
man. All
Bible
right.
again, Pastor. Read
You
from the
want
Bible.
me to put up
Where
the
Read
link?
from the Bible, Pastor.
Hold on.
what
So,
Quote the verse and the chapter, make him hear, Pastor.
hold on. All right,
no
Demo,
wait.
do you hold on? Do you want me to put it? You want me to put it up on the
No,
source so you can see it?
Nunes,
put it up.
65, right? Yep,
Yes.
round of a 38 or 100 of that there already. My
How
guy, the way name Cabello.
much look our value?
But if I 7 or 8, then pay for him. Plus add
Too
on
much
tonight.
million for that. Almost 1 million for Kelvin Ramsey.
The goalkeeper that you sell, that you buy,
Which goalkeeper?
or the wing back that you bought a wing back as well.
Yeah, Kelvin Ramsey for chum change.
No money, Demo, man, get him but
What
chum.
it's 6
But you say 121?
Mannings, I don't think you can allow. On a point of order, Mannings, on a point of order.
All right, let me put up the
Sure.
thing, man, because me put up me present the thing. The man, so let me show you.
Mannings,
Because, yeah, go ahead,
sorry.
Ketara.
Pastor Omar Stennett, because I have to refer to you correctly.
Hey, yeah, go
Team
ahead,
manager in waiting, because I watched the program. I listened to the program.
Ketara. No matter go down there,
No
man.
matter. So I have to deal with it correctly. On a point of order, sir, I am saying that you cannot allow the member of the panel to bring your newly minted reputation into disrepute, sir.
Sure, you the one, man. All right, I'm going to put it up, sir, because Dima disbelieve me.
No,
So maybe
but when you
I'm
put it up,
just
make sure you show the players and them pricing.
you're the man.
Which source? Because everybody in the world have it say people buy Liverpool by Nunes for
Well,
100 million, which
well,
nothing
let
of
me just
that.
present. All right, let me present. I'm going to Tony, Arsenal 101, my friends. Listen, I'd love you to come on and give us your thoughts on this, right? Um, where do you rank Pep? There you go. Liverpool, see there, Demo. This is from see there, it is there. So what is this
What?
right or wrong?
That's not showing me the players.
So so you don't accept this
Are you
then?
forgot to do that work, man? Are you forgot to do that?
How do you
No,
want that?
Are you forgot to
you
do that?
see that site. You see
Are
that
you
site
forgot
here.
to talk to your boss and do that?
Us, but so, you know, you see that site here. They might
Yes.
have it as soon as costing 100 million, which is not true. That's my point.
No, well, our point is that you go find the site will tell us how much it costs. And
What?
your site might be saying the player costs 50 million, and that's not true. That's what we are saying.
My thing cost 65 million, and a lot of
In
add-ons with
management, we trust.
All right, hold on, Catherine. All right, I'm going to find Shaban.
Mannings.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead, my lord.
All right.
Shaban, find the
This is
actual.
the
Oh, there you
Liverpool
go. My lord.
incoming transfer, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's 65 million run
Damn.
off the 8 with
No, but a
add-ons.
6 million. Yeah.
65, right?
Yeah.
Pavel of 7.7,
7
right?
million. Yeah.
Ramsey 6.5,
Yeah. And that's it.
37.
Who?
What the gap?
Gakpo.
Gakpo was January. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a 22, 23 season.
Easy.
Oh, okay.
That's why he reach 120 something.
So you're all
That
right
not.
also.
Yeah?
But okay. Carry on.
On a point of order, host, the member must apologize.
Not to get around.
No, and it doesn't go like that. No. New rules. I watched at 3 o'clock this morning. I watch a program. The member must apologize, sir.
What for what?
Bringing the host and
No.
incoming
The man just
team manager
wanted to
into
know.
disrepute.
Exactly. Get
Who
So
come
he's querying your sources, sir, and your
around.
numbers.
Cataract, cataract. Hold it
Yeah.
down, cataract. Hold it down.
No,
Get
man, I
around.
hold it
Hold
down,
it
my
down.
friend. Hold on, man.
Hold it
What
down.
happened to you, man? No, but if you hold it down, you don't know if I want to loud up too loud, something makes people hear.
Get around.
What?
You want just coming for a party.
We can't see.
Go ahead, Dimo.
We can't see because of the comment. The Manchester City one.
Oh, you want to see Manchester City?
Yeah. So that we
Oh.
the talk, brother, and then the
Oh
thing
no,
just
no. I think you're satisfied with seeing Liverpool. So now I can show you Manchester City. All right. So that is why Liverpool net spend is right. You realize that they would end up spending 50 million because they sold some players, right? They
yeah.
71 million. So basically, you'd say all that they spent then in transfer would have been $50 million, right?
Mm.
That makes sense. All right. Look at
Well,
City now.
that's not correct, Marins. Sorry,
Yeah.
Marins, that's not correct. Because if you sold one player in Sadio Mane, for a significant sum of money, but there's also the issue of salaries. So let us not play financial games because a transfer is not only about the fee, there are also the salaries that are attached to that transfer. So
No man,
the team was playing games.
no man. On this one, all we're doing now,
Okay.
we're focusing on we're focusing on somebody are getting a feedback. So if you're not talking, please just mute so we can get out the feedback. What we are doing now, Cataract, is really looking at the um we're looking at the who spent the most money because the argument was basically the resources that Pep has at his disposal. And my point was that, in fairness to Pep, Liverpool spent the same amount of money or more. So is it about the players Liverpool got? For example, if Liverpool purchased Holland with the money that they used to purchase Darwin Nunes, it would have made a difference. So it is not just the amount of money spent, it is the players that you spend the money on that makes a difference. So what you're saying, Demon?
Man is
Yeah.
I have to leave, right? I still not see the city thing yet, but may I have to leave.
Oh yeah, no, let me show you the city thing.
No, but more may I have to go upstairs. But may I say, right? This not even make no sense what go on now, you know. Me just there indulge this conversation because I want to see how much who spend and how much who spend,
See
right?
City right here, 133, but so they
But them
made they made
players,
they made 8 point they made 8.3
they
million.
spent more than me, just like me think did happen. But anyway, but like I said, that wasn't even the issue.
He will
My
spend
point,
130.
it wasn't about this season in general. It was about Pep's resources overall, boss. It's not just this season. So I am saying Pep has had tremendous resources throughout his career, and especially at Manchester City, like I said, me give him Bayern because the Real Madrid knocked them out of the Champions League. Me give him, even though they have a super team as well. But you come to City and you get knocked out by Lyon, Monaco, Spurs, Liverpool, and then go lose to Chelsea after you dominate the Premier League, and you go lose to Spurs who you dominate in the league, Liverpool who you dominate in the league, and lose to Chelsea. For me, stripes come off, boss. With the resources we have
But
throughout the team, stripes have to come off. That is
so,
unacceptable.
but
That's
you
all.
will concede. You're saying that you're willing to concede that if right if
Yeah,
City defeats Inter
Inter,
Milan and Pep
yeah,
wins his third
yeah,
Champions League,
yeah.
you would know.
First with Man City,
Yeah.
yeah. Then it's closer. It's closer between him and Klopp. I mean, you
All
know,
right.
him not gone far ahead of Klopp. Let's put
Clap.
it that
No, but Marins,
way. It,
Marins, can I
What?
suggest that
What are them? Demo, you're dead it up. What? Go on. Okay, you're going upstairs
Marins,
and watch the show.
Marins, no, Marins, Demo can't go upstairs, man. You need to send Demo to Kenya to go look for a zebra. To go take off some stripe. He can't go upstairs. No, he need a ticket. We know you're the management. You understand? So one way flight go to Kenya for him go look for a zebra for take off the stripe. Because you could not possibly, sir, be suggesting that Jurgen Klopp is in the category of dominant managers. The
oh, you probably
discussion.
the
So
show.
hold on. No, I have been listening, sir. I've been listening, sir.
You can't
You've had a
listen
long
question there.
you had a long run to try and tell people that winning back-to-back titles is equal to dominance, which is dominant nonsense. That's a back-to-back victory. Dominance speaks to a period, that speaks to a generation, right? Which is of a minimum of 5 years in football. In 10 years, play a generational player, but in a 5 years, that's how you check off dominance. Back-to-back
That
victories are no, sir. Please, sir. When you were on the program, I wasn't disrupting you. I wasn't disrupting you. I was management. Could you manage? Management. Could you manage, please? Managers, man.
Cataract.
Yes, my boss. Yes, my boss. Anything you say.
May I tell the man that I was about to leave and the man draw me. So like, bro, like, remember just leave, brother.
All right, so Demo, go ahead. Leave
When I
Demo.
draw, man, I'm an artist.
I'm Cataract.
Anything is a boss. Anything is a boss. I just want to just school him before him go upstairs and next thing he hears and then throw him off of the building. We just want, because we don't want him to go upstairs, try to take off him. I'm saying to win it, you can't dominate a league 1 year. That's just called that's
Cataract. All I'm saying, I'm going to let you finish your point. All right, Demo. So go ahead and leave. All right. There's a
Yeah,
next thing that Siobhan sent that I'm going to put up. So look for it right after
yeah.
this.
Don't
Thank
put it
you.
up yet.
I'll come back.
Don't put it
Yeah,
up
man, I'll
yet.
give you
Yeah?
5 minutes. So, yeah. All right. There you go now, Cataract. That's all the man wanted to say.
no, but you can't make a man get away from the beat, man. You can't let the man through the gate. You know the sound clash. Them say gate man, lucky gate. They make it gun
All
away.
right.
Marlon, never put in a early juggling in a Marlon car.
1-1 in
No,
Arsenal.
but what I want to say, hold on, what I want to say, let me seriously say. The man said he won the league 1 year and dominated. That's just a win. So did Leicester, won the league 1 year, but they're getting relegated, looks like alongside me. Right? So that's not a dominance. You had a victory. One is a win. Just like a 1-0 victory and a 6-0 victory still count for 3 points. It count for 1 trophy. Back-to-back wins is nice. It means it's successive. but
Yeah,
it's not
period of time.
dominant.
Yeah,
You got
period of
many
time.
teams that have won back to back and never win again. Derby County in the 70s, Nottingham Forest, right?
So
Leeds.
here's what I want to ask you,
Hold
Ketan.
on, no, I just said. So then I would be an idiot to say that Leeds was a dominant team because we did win 2 times in the 70s. That's not dominant. You would have to talk about Alex Ferguson. You would have to talk about Arsene
Arsene
Wenger,
Wenger,
right?
Mourinho.
Yes. That name did drop off. I mean, Jose Mourinho. Those are the names. Klopp don't come into a discussion about that. That it not in a reach. That's a brother. It not reach. That's all. That's like me saying Cataract in the top 5 juggling. So we not there nowhere there. We not there in the top 100. So you go one party and make it shut and make it nice and 2 party back to back, but that don't make you. And the same goes. So I don't think Demo get the level to the things, and I think my more substantive point why I came on was to say that he's hiding some things because you can pay exorbitant salaries, which is what Liverpool has done, right? Which is not counted in the transfer money and your fiscal business. Right, so it might see. So Liverpool has spent a lot more, but they haven't delivered on what they have spent. The only reason why people are not laughing at Liverpool so loudly is because Chelsea have become the poster boys for a fool and his money is soon parted. And
Yeah.
you ever get to me at Marlon? You know,
No, man, you're right.
if it wasn't for
But
Chelsea, we'd be laughing at Liverpool because you spend this bag of money and again a Champions League.
yeah. But what I'll say is that when you're saying that Arsene Wenger wasn't dominant, what?
No, man, you have to talk about dominant, man. If you got through a season undefeated,
Hold
that
on.
that that
In the
count
90s,
for something.
no man, in the 90s, sir, to the early 2000, man, you have to put Arsene Wenger in there, man, and Mourinho and Alex Ferguson in England.
In England,
But like
the
I said, I agree
Invincibles.
with people. If somebody says to me that Ancelotti is number one, I could
A
work
real
with that.
big man.
If
Real
Pep
big
wins
man that.
Champions League, which means now he'd be one ahead, the fact to me that he has done it in Spain, in Germany, and in England, I'd have to give him. Because if you even look from 2018-19 season, Marlon, look at this. Look at Chelsea spending. City is number 10, you know. Liverpool and Arsenal are ahead of City, you know.
Yeah,
Because
man.
though City spend money, people don't realize that City sell players and make profit, you know.
But man, you look at it. They spent 157 million, right? Or 161, and the revenue that came in was what 150. So their
They
balance
spent
was
131 and the 131 and I think they made. Yeah. So they end up
one.
making like 50 million.
Oh, City, they 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 they,
9
they, they,
million.
they make back
Sorry.
150 million off players. So
Yeah.
they balance of $11 million.
There you go.
Remember now, Jesus, Sterling, Zelchenko, those 3 players are over 100 million already. You know?
Yeah. But Liverpool, what I'm saying to you is that Liverpool, when you look at Liverpool spending and where they finish, you know, all right, over the season. In the seasons, the season, in fact, the season that Liverpool won the were champions in the 2019-2020, you know, the pandemic season. You know that they had a net spend every other season. 2019, they finished second, and the amount of money they spent, I think they had $123.7 million in deficit, right? They finished second. They finished third with a minus 58.7 million. They finished second with 50.44 million. And now they're finishing down the table with 49.7. So when you look at it, I think sometimes it is clear. For example, I've heard a lot of players, a lot of Liverpool fans talk about players that the club should have bought in midfield that would have given them the title. and the coach bought other players. So is it just the money that is spent or the personnel that have been? I've heard several Liverpool fans over the years saying that Klopp need to get a replacement for Trent. Klopp need to get midfielders, and he insists on filling every other position except that. Now Pep buys a forward because he needed somebody to score a goal. He has bought a centre back. So what he has done is plug the gaps. So how do you blame him for that? Demo is Demo is back.
That is, that is the exact point, management. That is the exact point. Pep by what he needed to do. He wanted a forward. Since Aguero left, he wanted a forward. So him look, he wanted Hurricane. Remember, he wanted Hurricane. You understand? And then him get Haaland. So Pep know him system, and Pep know what he want. Yeah, so you can't blame him for that. And the man they spend any amount of money for anyway what we want.
But what he got, even to look into it, when he bought Diaz, right? When he bought Diaz, remember I said Diaz was because they had Laporte got injured. So they wanted somebody to fill that left side as a centre back. Right? John Stone was there. So they brought Diaz and then they bought Ake to come in as a backup same way. So literally have two players deep 5 position. Right?
Yeah.
No, but Marlon, look at what Liverpool did when they had this crisis with the centre back injury. Right? They went into the academy. No, before they went into the academy and promoted Reece Williams. Right? They went to Preston North End in the championship. And bought a Ben White. It's what them buy from Preston. And another player. Ben Davis. And there was another Ben Davis. So I'm saying a typo. It's the Ben Davis they buy. Because you couldn't be looking to challenge to go to win the Premier League and go buy a defender from a mid-table championship club. That's the kind of lunacy, right? When they were looking at forward, if they had put together the money for Gapco and the money for Nunes, they could have bought Haaland. They went in slipping their nose around Harry Kane, right? They went in slipping their nose.
This isn't true. None of that is true what Cataract is saying. So I don't know, we can't continue.
So hold on, now, I was a man upstairs, but tell you already, so I was a man upstairs and he's still hearing him. Right, I'm saying that. I mean, it's not true. You bought a defender, you bought a central defender from Preston North End. I'm just throwing it up on my phone, man. It's been like this, We will go Google it, but I know my friend Marlon. Marlon, go Google the man where them buy from Preston.
Boss, what you're saying isn't true as to why we got Ben.
How are you aren't you upstairs, sir? How are you still here?
No, what he's saying, Cataract, make we stick to that, man. Him said that what you're saying is that the reason you're giving for them buying Ben Davis is not the reason. So what is the reason, Demo?
There was an injury crisis in central defense, right? When Joe Gomez, I think, was injured, Van Dijk went down, and then they had their CDM. Can't remember his name because I really watch people team. They come back and I play defense. One guy with an F name, right? Did I come back and I play in a central defense? Then what they did was partner the Preston North End central defender with Reece Williams, who they promoted from the academy. That's what they did. Instead of spending the money, and that Preston North End deal was, I think, done nearly on the last day of the January transfer window, because they kept living in delusion that they didn't need to buy a player, so they didn't go out and begin early, so they got sold the scraps.
All right, let me.
But I'm also
all right. So let me just say this: like, we can't continue the conversation if the man ever come out and say him no really watch people team. So everything we man say after that no credible, boss. So me not gonna continue.
Did you buy a central defender from Preston North End? Yes or no?
Cataract.
Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, my boss. Sorry. No, my boss. My boss. We're sorry. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve, my boss.
All right, Demo. So you did buy Ben Davis, right? Because
Yeah.
I watched
But
Liverpool.
but the
What's the
first thing the
reason?
man said was, "Oh, if a good challenge for a title." Liverpool were not challenging for a title that year. First of all, this did not happen at the start of the season. It's happened probably midway throughout the season. The FSG came out and said they're not giving any money to buy anybody. Still, clap all are going at the public and tell the people them say, "Listen, him not get no money, but him really need defenders." Yeah, we got Ozan Kabak and we got Ben Davis. Zine, because I think Kabak was on a loan or whatever. I remember if it was a loan or whatever. Yeah, it was a loan, right? And we got Davis. Zine, who actually was a hologram because he not even did see the pitch. Yeah? Fabinho was playing
Who was
centre
a
back.
hologram? Who was a hologram?
The
Who was
man
a
was a
hologram?
hologram.
Who?
Ben
Who was a
Davis.
hologram?
Ben Davis because he
Okay, so
didn't play.
you bought a hologram. Okay, good.
Exactly. All right. And then we play Nat Phillips and Reese Williams at centre back for the rest of the season. So we never start off the season going to get Ben Davis.
No. And they
And we never got challenged in
no,
a
hold on.
title.
On a
Let me
point of
finish
order.
now,
On
let
a
me
point
finish
of
now, bro.
order. On a
Cataract,
point
just let
of
him finish. Cataract, yeah, man. Just hold the point,
Sure.
Cataract. I will remind you. Just let him finish now, please.
The man said we could have get Haaland instead of get Darwin Nunes. But it's not so
No,
transfers
I did
work.
not say that.
Oh
I did
my
not say that.
God. You know what?
You're not.
Okay.
No, man. You have to protect me, man. You can't allow people to make false statements. I trust in you. Look here. First of all, I said to you that the deal for Ben Davis, the Preston North End central defender, who you said is talking nonsense, was completed on the last day of the January transfer window. So how is that the beginning of the season? You, sir, have a problem with listening. The second thing I said is that you needed a central defender, and your pursuit was, and who you picked up in your pursuits. Haaland was not on your radar. Haaland was not on your radar. I'm simply saying that there were central defenders out there, that central forwards out there that you could have gotten on your radar. You got who you wanted to get. I remember you, sir, when Cody Gakpo came over from Holland. I remember you and your glowing what do I call it, man? I mean, I almost thought it was the archangel that came. You got who you wanted. Now deal with the fact that you're not in the Champions League.
Cataract. Let me tell you this. On that one, I will say, before it gets any further, that Demo has never been a fan of Darwin Nunes.
Oh, I said Cody Gakpo, sir. Cody Gakpo.
Oh, Cody Gakpo. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know what he said about Cody, but I know Darwin Nunes. I don't think he has even bought into the idea of Darwin Nunes yet. But bigger issue, because this now affects me. I want to move on to this. Is it really fair to say Arsenal battled the league, given where they are going to finish and where they are coming from? Now, Demo, you have been saying this all along. All right. So I'm going to
Yes,
start
sir.
with you. Then I'm going to go to Cataract. Then I'm going to go to the man whose team has won the league. I should not be speaking to Cataract about what happens at the top of the table. Anyways, so I don't even know why he's in this conversation, seeing that the team that he support is almost bound and compound to be playing championship football. And the last time they went down from the Premier League, it took them several years to return. So let me talk to the people at the top of the table first before we speak to the people them at the foot of the table. All right.
So Jesus is teaching about the meek and the caring for those at the base of society. That doesn't apply to you, Pastor. You just with the
Yes.
rich and the man them at the top. All right, go on in that temple with the money changer. Go talk to the money changers, them man. Go deal with the money changer, Pastor. Go talk to the money changer. When they're ready for the poor and the meek, come talk to me.
Devo. Yo. Devo.
Yeah, so here's the thing, man. I think everybody knows my views on this thing. At the start of the season, Arsenal probably would have set out for top four. I'm sure maybe in their head they probably say, listen, we might have a shot at the league. You never know. But at the start of the season, top four probably was the aim because they haven't been there for a minute. it came down to fast forward. I think it's 250 plus days being at the top of the league, and I am sure, like the name of this channel, that Arsenal would have thought that, listen, we are going to win the league. I am very sure. So in the context of this, being at top for so long, in pole position to win the league, having slipped up to Southampton, as a matter of fact, before that, 2-0 leading at Liverpool, a crappy Liverpool this season, might I add, and drawing the game 2-2. They dropped points to Southampton and I think West Ham or something like that. I remember who was the other team.
Yeah, Southampton, West Ham, Liverpool. Yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely say that they have choked, and I think that they're used to this because I saw some research that 4 out of the 5 times that the league has been battled like this in terms of teams being on top of the league for a period of time, Arsenal are actually holders of 4 out of the 5 of those, and Liverpool is there as well to complete the top 5. So I think Arsenal fans are probably used to this, and that's why they might try comfort themselves to say that they didn't battle it, but they totally battled it. You don't dominate the league for so long, and I think you can dominate a league for a season, by the way, just saying, and then come to the final stretch, you just start collapse. And don't tell me about you never have the squad depth, because you added in January, you got Jorginho, Trossard, who was this magical signing, was also depth in the squad, and he started out like a house on fire until him play against Brighton. Him start help Brighton, him old team. But yeah, you definitely choke Manning's man. You can try to get away from it all you want, but I definitely believe that this is one of the biggest choke jobs in the history of the Premier League, and you have to hold that. I just say go.
All right. You hear what Dima says? He says that Arsenal failure to win the Premier League this season, in his opinion, is the biggest choke job in
No,
the
not an
history.
opinion. Fact.
It can't be a fact, Dimo.
All right, but me just tell you, the 250 days make it fact, because it is the biggest choke job.
In Dimo's opinion, that he's trying to convince us is factual, right? That this is the biggest choke job in the history of the Premier League. Tigat, you are winning the league. What say you?
All right. At the beginning of the season, let's look at every team set out to do good. You understand? And everybody know that City was the team to beat because they were the defending champion. And City was the team to beat. All right? And everybody set out to do good. But Arsenal having a good season. You understand? Leading the league for 248 days. Let's say when they reach 230 days, they must said in themselves, we got this. We can win the league. You understand? They were leading Manchester City a clear 8 points. 8 points. So they were saying in themselves, they give up certain league. I think they are focusing on winning the Premier League. Now you ask me if they bottle it, I would say yes, because at some point they think they would have won the league. Making the slip up against Liverpool, Southampton, not saying Liverpool, you understand, but making the slip up against Southampton was like the last throw of the dice, and they really give up the league, and City win the league without kicking a ball on Saturday. And they just rehearse on Sunday, and the rest of these to come. The 2 more games to come.
So let me ask you one question, and then I have Soldier on the line. Is City a better team than Arsenal from the beginning of the season? Do they have a better coach?
City is the best team. City has the best team in the league. City has the best team in the league.
But I'm saying, do you believe that City has the best coach?
Huh?
Do you believe that City has the best coach?
Yes, they have the best coach. Yes, they do have the best coach.
Did you predict that City would win the league at the beginning of the season?
Of course, everybody expects City to win the league.
Okay, all right. That's those questions.
But
All
I'm
right.
just but I'm just saying with 40, just say they led the league in 248 days. And 200, let's say for example, in 240 days, they must say within themselves, they could have won the league. We got this. We're gonna win the league. Leading City over 8 clear points with a lot with some um um teams that below them where they can beat with their hands tight behind their back. But it didn't happen like that.
All right. All right.
So
Here. All right.
they battled.
All right. All right. Cool. We have Soldier online, and then let me just take Soldier, and then we go to Cataract. Go ahead, Soldier.
Yes, I mean, I listen to the man, them I say, boy, I definitely a lose half a year side man, man, because big up to all the man, them, Cataract and the rest of guys, them, on the show theater.
Yeah.
When me I say, I really surprised because you leading competition, you lead the season, a competition from the season start, you know. Straight down, Manchester was the only team to beat one at the time, you know. And you did, and when we look, when you win, beat Man U at Arsenal, the boy seem like you win the title there. So I did something said to my brother, and said, no, sir, Arsenal about into like when they was leading Manchester 9 points with 8 games left to go and can lose the league. And we say I same thing happened to them, you know. And one night, me remember me and Ryan tell the same thing, said that happened to Arsenal about him too. Me lose my money, you know, because me bet Arsenal say them all win, you know. But I was surprised with the manner how they lost. From the draw that game against Liverpool, which they should happy to get a point at Anfield. It seemed like they get to the players them head. From there, so you start go down.
Yeah.
From there, so you start go down. And man is man, well, boy, let me say this because me see a thing the other day, and me say for true, boy, congratulations if you get the job to be the manager of the TI team, you know, man's man. I call out for you. I know you're gonna do a good job, and I wish you a lot of success. All you do you man's man, do it your way as all you normally do because you're doing a lot of work in on the background. And I'm proud. I'm happy if Sam is true. I'm 100% behind you with it. You
All
know,
right.
I
All
know
right.
Cataract them will be there with you, so and I'm proud. And then, but as soon as you get appointed, I will say more. Yeah, maybe you Cataract I say no, no.
Just so that we get appointed. All right. Big up, Soldier. Yeah, but appreciate
Yeah,
the encouragement as usual, man. Keep on doing the good work you're doing over there. Yeah, man. People. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man.
All right. So Cataract.
So,
Yeah, man. You
so,
can. You
so
go ahead.
I can now confidently say that management will not get the job after your statement, T got. That Cataract is right there with him. No, that's not what you do. That's not what you say. Cataract will not be there with management. Management will be managing the team by himself. Cataract will be in the stand with his white rum and in KFC chicken and in bartender them and ultras. Me nah look no work. The man have him work for go do, make him go do him work. Don't saddle him. Um and he said last night if him slip him don't want a man help him slide. Cause it look like a man I push him down already and I map the floor and I put up the slippery when wet sign. So here what happened? Look here. I don't think that Arsenal battled the lead. I don't think that any self-respecting person at the start of the season. Arsenal were not in the top 3 in terms of odds to win the Premier League. So they finished above where they were, where the pundits and those who studied the odds expected them to finish. So they finished above expectation because you are performing above expectation and you don't then make that ultimate expectation doesn't mean you've bottled it. So I don't think people understand what bottling is. Bottling is when you are the odds-on favorite and you fail to come home the victor in my books. So I think they performed credibly. They performed above their expectation. They performed within the spend that they had reasonably within where they are. They're a certain level of player that Arsenal can't attract. Their main purchase was to buy a player from a rival who had become surplus to requirements in Gabriel Jesus. in recent times, right? Man can correct me if I'm wrong, as well, I'm not ready to watch an X-Man side, except when I'm a player when I know side that them dead eye side. So I don't think they bottle it. I just think that Manchester City made hard work of a season that should have been easy work for them. That's how I would look at it. And kudos to them. They have won the trophy. But the Manchester City people them talk like if them win the treble already and this man are the greatest. No game no win. You have a FA Cup final to go play against your City rivals and you have a Champions League final to go play. And those who have been there would have told you that those are some of the hardest games to win because those are one-off matches for which your opponent is up for the game, right? It's a pity that Arsenal couldn't carry it into the final week because then you would have forced um, Pep Guardiola to make some selection decisions as to whether he wanted to focus on the Champions League or whether he wanted to focus on winning the Premier League. But now he can rest everybody and, give the youngsters like, see a Rico Lewis and some other youngers that them have there roll out on the last day to enjoy the trophy presented at home and stuff, celebrated with their fans. And so he's gotten an easier time because of the Arsenal loss at Nottingham Forest and not taking it into the final game. But it's not like they won the league 1 month to go or 6 weeks to go or something. They won it one game in hand. It is what it is. On the other end of the table, it's icy. Leeds bottled the lead. Sam Allardyce is hopping mad. I think, let me use the correct term there. He ripped Patrick Bamford a new one, classing him as a championship striker who is not at Premier League level, and really laid a lot of the blame at his foot because he could have had chances to put the game to bed when he went ahead and didn't. So we sleep in the bed that we make. And the fact is, we're not down mathematically. We have 2 games now. We have blown the match in hand that we had, which would have, even if we gotten a point, it would have been good for us. But now it means that we have to win the game. And I just saw it go. You can't do nothing else. It's win and go home. Other people have made themselves safe. Nottingham Forest have made themselves safe. So it's just between Leicester, Leeds, and Everton.
Yep. Yeah,
So
yeah.
last time we went down, it took us 16 years, and we were trying to be kind. It took us 16 years to come back up. So no one in Yorkshire was hoping for a return so quickly. And if you remember the start of the year when you invited me to a show, I said to you, my only concern was finishing 4th from bottom, right? And just outside the relegation zone. That can be your only hope when you are a club that has recently been promoted. You have second season jitters, you have third season wobbles, and then you try to steady yourself and move up and become a mid-table team, before getting delusions of grandeur. I think some of the writing was on the wall. We sold a couple of our best players. Calvin Phillips, who added stability in the middle of the park. We sold him on to Manchester City. Some people would say, well, what we got in terms of Tyler Adams, and ultimately further on in the news, we got Weston McKennie. Were those adequate replacements? But you would look and see that I don't think either Calvin Phillips or Leeds benefited from that sale apart from money, because Calvin has had an injury hit season, lost his starting place in the England national team, and has not forced his way into starting for Manchester City. And I think that they will be looking for a CDM in the window, and he would fall further down the pecking order. So, when you let some of your big pieces go, the winger, Rafinha, it's the Barcelona, so God help
Yeah,
me.
he went to Barcelona.
Barcelona, right? So we sold and did good business, but then was it basically putting the writing on the wall? But Rafinha was a source of goals for Leeds in our campaign to stay up. And when you don't replace those goals, then you're in problem. The year before, we had sold oh God, I think it's a North Macedonian left back and brought in Firpo. Can't remember him, no, it's slipping me. But he's from North Macedonia. He was in the Euros. He was our left back, and we've never really filled that left back position. Firpo has never really proven, has just proven to be what he was, which was a squad player at Barcelona. He wasn't anything much more. So we only have ourselves to blame. But some people will say, well, the manager did good business. The club is financially secure in terms of what we made from transfers. But at the end of the day, going back down to the championship, okay, this year we won't be financially challenged next season if we go down because you have the parachute. You have the parachute money. But if you don't go back up, literally dogs start nabbing your supper.
All right. So thanks for that, Keter. All right. So we have yeah, we have some minutes to go.
Yeah, no, we need your answer, doing the monies, man.
On what?
What you mean on what? I want to know
Oh, I didn't know you
if
want me
you
to answer.
battled the league.
Well, in my opinion, because remember, my position has never changed. Can we win the league? Yes. Will we win the league if we are able to play our best 11 without fatigue and no injury for every game in the season? That is the only way. That never happened, so it is a failure. I believe the coach, my own thing is that the coach has failed again. This is 3 seasons in a row where the last 10 games affected our positioning. We were in Europa, the last 10 games in his first season when he took over from Unai Emery, we end up out of it. We were in fourth place. His second season, we end up in Europa. We were in pole position. Now we end up in the Champions League. For me, the coach must take a bulk of the responsibility. I felt from the beginning, though, that the only way Arsenal could ever win the Premier League is if our best 11, which included William Saliba, all the players were able to play without fatigue or injury for every single game. And that was not possible.
But Mannings, man, that's not
Mm.
realistic, Mannings, man.
But that
You have to expect injuries throughout a 38 game campaign, plus the other competitions where you're playing at. So
yeah,
that is not even realistic.
but that is the only way because we didn't have the. I don't believe we had the kind of players that if Saliba got injured, he could be replaced.
But you went in and got this Kivior brother as a backup, isn't
No,
he? Isn't
no, not
he?
for no. They didn't get him to back up Saliba. They got him to back up the other week because they couldn't get anybody to back up Saliba, and then Tomiyasi got injured. No excuses. Again, I believe the coach, the coach must take responsibility. And I'm going to do a show
Mm-hmm.
and show people many mistakes that Arteta made, which is, I think, the similarity with Pep, why many people don't rate Pep. When it comes to crunch moment, they make decisions. Except for the FA Cup, when he just came in and there was a bump for the new coach. Every time Arteta, so far in his Arsenal career, gets into crunch games, he end up making blunders. So the coach battled it, but I don't believe that the team was good enough to
Oh, the
win the
coach
Premier League.
battled it? You just said that the coach battled it?
Arteta is a battler, man.
Oh,
It's three
Lord have
seasons in a row.
mercy.
Martin,
Yeah, that's me.
First of all, the only man upstairs that I know of is the big man, the Lord Jesus. So I don't understand how we're still talking to a man who's upstairs, who is
Cataract.
on the right hand side of the Lord. But just to say this,
What are you talking
Why
about,
put
Cataract?
things in a context?
Cataract. Let me put things in a context.
No, but I
My
was putting them.
let me put something in a context. My brethren Demo is at work, and out of respect for me, he takes while he's at his work, he comes onto the phone. Sometimes he has to go upstairs because of the nature of his job. How we are some man upstairs business now. Mate, let's move on from that and talk about the football. Come
Yeah,
on,
but
Cataract.
when a man is upstairs, that's the CEO suite, man. That's the big man suite. So you know what I'm saying, bro? If you say these things, then you cannot be immune because he's your brethren, right?
All right,
But with
thanks for the
but with the new salary scales and these things, we know, you can help him out when he gets fired. If he gets fired, you know what I mean? So anyway, serious thing about this. No,
Yeah.
I think it's unfair, honest to God. Because even in London, Arsenal would, in terms of its attracting power, the star power goes to Chelsea. That's where the stars go, and they throw their money and their weight around, right? But they're living in my neighborhood in the bottom half of the league, right? Just move in and start, drop sand and cement and gravel and start build up a mansion in a ghetto down there. So, with Crystal Palace and, you know, Bournemouth and Southampton and us poor folks. But anyway, the truth of the matter is, you didn't have, if you're saying Vince Saliba, who one would not pick out if you had a school challenge quiz for, one of the internationally recognized footballer from the Premier League. If that's who you're hanging your hope on, then you're in trouble. It's a side of many unsung heroes, but not many superstars are in the Arsenal team. They're unsung heroes. There's some good players, but you would be hard pressed to take out three superstars that would make a world 11. Even a superstar that would make a world 11, right? So for what you have, I think you've done well, but it's not my team. If you want to say on the buckle, you say on the buckle. And my team. Cockroach and business in a fall fight. But I just wonder to know how the man who is not in the Champions League is still having so much of a discussion outside of the top four.
But Cataract, you're having a discussion and you're having a discussion and you're at the bottom of the table.
No,
Yes, because you didn't say that this is about the English Premier League, or was this about the?
yeah, but I'm sorry. I'm talking to an Arsenal fan who has never won the Champions League. I have won every trophy possible of recently. Winning two last season, by the way. Won the Premier League recently and won the Champions League recently. I don't understand how missing out this year in the Champions League, me not have no talk. So that comment not even make no sense.
It don't make no sense. It make
I am very well versed in what success is like.
In what year did you become a Manchester City fan?
He's not a Manchester
What?
City fan.
Just a Manchester City fan. Sorry, a Liverpool fan. Sorry,
Yeah.
no, I thought I was talking to Tiga there. What year you became a Liverpool fan?
It was the DMO bond.
We don't need to talk about that.
All right, hold on. So because I need to listen, so Cataract has spoken, Demo has spoken. I need to move on. So some of you have heard, um, in other circles. In fact, I was called by Coach Minzy about show that was done, and then there was a call to Mr. Dennis Strong. All right, so I think I'll take the ending part of the show to speak for myself, so you can see me and you can hear me. Now, for the persons who know me outside of the space in YouTube, um, what I do on YouTube and the things that you hear me involved with is what I have done. It is one of the reasons why I spend much of my time recently in Jamaica, because I believe, at least we need to make an effort to contribute to a better Jamaica. It may not change, but I'd rather try and it not happen and never try and don't know what could be or what could have been. All right? So that's it. So whether I have an official capacity or not, there are some things I believe just as a responsible citizen, if I have the power to do, I should do. All right? So that's me. Especially when it comes on to the sport of football that I played and I've been involved with at different levels throughout my life and continue to be. I also believe that we as a society we can do better. We can do better politically, educationally, in sports, in entertainment. I think as a nation, generally Jamaica has operated way below its talent and potential level. You can tell because those of us who dedicate ourselves to high achievement normally make not just local marks, but make marks, right? Globally. When you think about like the Marcus Garvey or the Bob Marley or the Usain Bolt, the Shelley and Fraser Price, we could go on and on. Some of our boxers and just persons who have just done tremendous things, who are of Jamaican lineage. I tell you that Jamaicans can. We also must understand that part of our our early times as Jamaican is that they often said when the slave ships were coming, the Jamaica was basically one of the first ports. And what they would do is that the people who were causing problems on the ship would be let off earlier. So the more rebellious and the one who opposed things would be left in Jamaica because they wanted to make sure that as the ships journeyed, that they didn't have major issues. So troublemakers or rebellious people would get let off first. That is a story that our history tells us. All right. So we know that as a people, there's a part of us that we go against systems, we go against stuff. It's just how we are. We love to oppose and we want to stand up, get up, stand up for our rights. And so I thought there's a part of me that want what is right and what is good for football. All right. With that being said, like I said last night, if an opportunity is presented to me where I can add value to Jamaica's football beyond what I am presently doing now, I wouldn't hesitate to do it. Given that, one, it doesn't affect my primary function, which is be responsible for people's soul, number one, and it doesn't affect my family. Those two things are critical to me, my relationship with God and my relationship with my family. Anything that I can do to help the football, to add value, then I will. You've oftentimes heard, and many people, I remember during the coach Theodore Whitmore situation, we're talking about, the fact that he needs to leave. And I oftentimes said to people, and I took a lot of beating because I don't like to advocate for people to lose jobs because people have their families. Sometimes it happens because it is the right thing to do, it's the best thing to do. But I'm not that kind of a person. Even in the organization that I lead, where persons oftentimes have to be relieved of duty, I have people in departments that take on that because I understand that people have bills and a part of my heart is to be concerned with that. So I've never believed that I would take something as a position, a title, a role that would jeopardize a person in that sense and that capacity. All right. So whatever I do, it's always to partner with people to add value. All right. To partner with people. So I believe that again, if an opportunity for me to serve the football in a way that it will be better, I will gladly do it as long as it falls within my value system and my capacity to do. What I will not do is for the sake of popularity or to project or posture myself as someone to take up any responsibility that I don't have the physical capabilities, the intellectual capacity, or the understanding to operate effectively. Right? That is it. I would not, because I'm about building capacity. And therefore, I'll give you a good example. I've been running a football program and I decided that I needed to transition it. So we provided everything that they needed for the season that they just did. And I intentionally didn't go around the team, even when they weren't doing good. Right? They started out well, they started having problems because I needed somebody else to do it. I could have fixed the issue, but I left it because people need to learn not from their successes only, but also their failure. All right? So it's just my nature. So if the opportunity presents itself, and I believe it will benefit the football, it keeps my value systems and my family will not be impacted. I will give my time to serve the football. Simply put. It is very unfortunate though. Let me say, let me go on and say this. So far, I have seen so many people commending and saying that, but I believe I would do a good job. I've never come on the platform and told people what I do, what I've accomplished, things I'm involved with. Some people know because they know me. All right. But I don't do that. I am still management. And when people see me outside of even my church in general life, they know me, but I let them call me by my name. I don't go by titles and all of that. All right. So that's very important. All right. So let's move on. Our nothing has been presented to be in terms of paperwork. Maybe there is intention for that to be done, but if it should happen, I will come to you, the persons who have supported me, and let you know. I don't want you, though, if I'm in the capacity, to be waiting for me to make a mistake. What I would demand of you is, because all of us have said we wanted Jamaica's football to change, is to, if you see where I can fail, where I can slip, where I can slide, you text me in the same way you would say good show and say, management, I think this is what, or this is that, or you call me, so that we working together, right, can make this work, right? So far, I've heard a lot of commendations, a lot of support from a lot of people. I also know, and on Saturday night, I listened to a show, and I heard some very, very strange remarks. And for the first time, it dawned on me that when people come out and complain about what happens on YouTube, for the first time I was on like the other side of the fence, to without confirmation, without understanding that people were making comments about what I am doing and make sure this don't happen, when no one knows the role and responsibility. They don't know if salary is included, if money is included, if a contract is included, if I've taken anything, if anything has been presented to me, if I've heard things about even the coach name being brought into disrepute where my name is concerned, and nobody has asked me anything about it. But for the purpose of clarity, because I want to be true to you people, I said it on Coach Minzy's program last night. And I've spoken to persons who have worked in Jamaica's football. And every time a coach from overseas has come to Jamaica, right? Come to Jamaica. Let me tell you this. If they are going to live in a house, that lease house is normally an agreement between the owner of the property and the Jamaica Football Federation. Homeowners don't rent or lease their properties to our national coaches who are foreigners. That's normally an agreement with the Jamaica Football Federation. So that is clarity. All right? That needs to be out there. So when people say they have stuff, people need to be clear. All right? People need to be clear. I will say this to you, that the persons I've interacted with recently, a subscriber says, man, I'm in a situation, I have a motor vehicle that I'd like to get into Jamaica. I don't know, I've heard all of these stories and I need help. The person that I am is, I will help where I can and present them with opportunities that where it can work out in a way, because I'm able to do that. So if a coach, a player, a person needs help, and I'm in a city, whether I'm in Kingston, Westmoreland, or in St. Anne, and I have the capacity to, I will do that. Whether I have a job with the government, with the church, or with a federation or a grouping, because I am bound by my values to help people. But I put it to you people that the person who called the program has no proof, and it is absolute garbage, and it is a lie. There is no proof, no evidence. There is nothing in this year, last year, or even 10 years from now that he can prove anything that he said. And somebody needs to tell him that he's a liar. Not me, but he's a liar, because there's no such thing. And these are the reasons why I say that we must be responsible for spaces like YouTube and us to make an impact. We will get things wrong. We will get things wrong. I get a lot of things wrong. Recently, Cataract and the rest of them beat me about all of y'all Drew Ross beat me. The amount of person beat me about the youth who is a youth business. Cataract get things wrong. They do memes about him and all of those things. Coach means to get things wrong. I will continue to get things wrong. I'm not perfect, but what we should not do is to present misinformation, cause aspersions, misinform people intentionally for personal gain, and defame our people's character unknowingly. So, criticism is necessary. And whether I take this post or not, let me tell you this. YouTube is brutal. You have to be the host. Listen, people, Flavor Max, YouTube is brutal. The comment section, you think the comment section bad? You be the host. People tell you what them feel. They don't care what you said. They're going to tell you what they want to say. So I want to put that out there. All right? But if I do this, it is us. Because I can't do it without you. Because the only reason why I would be given this opportunity is because I built relationship with you and speak to your people. So how then would I take on something like this without you being there to support me? And if the intention is, let's wait until he makes a mistake so we can beat him. Let's wait until he slips so that he can slide. Let's wait until, let's see. If that is the thing, why would I take it? If you are not coming to support me, when we as a grouping of people have been going out saying that other people need to get involved, and now there seems to be an open arm to welcoming persons like me and the Neo and so many others, the Mr. Porter, the Ian Campbell, all of these people. And now, we who said that people need to get involved, begin to wait on them to make errors and mistakes, then what then is the benefit of it? So I hope we can use this time to become even more responsible in our dialogue. Right? Be more responsible. And all of you have my number. And if I take this, listen, you call me. And for anyone, of course, you're not in the oh geez, but you're in the people. AM Henry, you're in the eight. You're not. Oh, how come AM Henry? I cannot believe this. I cannot believe we go. AM Henry, you are officially a part of the agency. I'll be Casey Bridget, I don't know. Hey yo, Casey, but let me say that. But listen, I look forward to the opportunity to serve if it is presented to me. Like I said, I don't know yet. I don't have anything that says I am. Yeah. But when it happens, I'll come to you. But for me to do this, I need every one of you to support me.
Yes, man. You finish?
Yeah.
You
Go
finish,
ahead.
man?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. No, at the time they call the alpha service and the people they come at the altar and start crying and all them things. Good term, but well, anyway, let me put a little 2 cents. All right. From this, I don't know when you start your program, but since 2020, when my team and I launched our program, right, and we started off with football, we wanted to see a change in the football federation, right, because things have been happening that we don't like, right? We want to see a change. Now, come fast forward to 2023, where we say things is happening and change is happening. We appreciate the change. All right. Um, I'm very happy that they even suggest you to be a part of the JFF team. You understand? I was first of all I was happy when Coach Mendes and you take up commentary and you were commentating on the game that was played at the National Stadium. That was a big move. Now this is another big move if it materialized for you to take up a position. We YouTubers should be very, very happy. Anybody who do sports on Jamaica and the JFF, I'm not talking about the overall sport, talking about the JFF. Talk about the JFF. They should be very happy that somebody from YouTube, that our voice has been heard. You understand? The morning and night will cry, want a change, want a change. Somebody has been let in, you understand, to do something on the inside and hear our voices and try to make a change in the Jamaica Federation. You understand? I don't expect management to go in the JFF with a magic wand and wave it and everything better if he got the opportunity, if management get the opportunity. I don't expect that. You understand? But I expect that management to make the YouTuber voice be here. You understand? And do what he can do. JFF is an organization already has a system. You understand? Them have a system and them are rolling in system. It's just just go play. If you get an opportunity, just go play a little part and if you can put the wall. You understand? We don't know that JFF already have a system. They have a system and they are to them thing. Management going and try to put a block in the wall. I'm very happy that they even can consider somebody from the YouTube space to go in. A lot of people get job in the JFF and we don't know what type of qualification they have. And understand, but yet still we praise them and we don't say nothing. But True Management is the person that we all know on YouTube. Getting a look in, we try to go down their background, see what type of qualifications they have, what him can do and what him can't do, what him manage and what him can't manage. It's not have to be so because people in the JFF, we don't know what type of qualification they have, but yet still they're in the JFF work. We must appreciate that somebody on the YouTube platform get an opportunity to go in. Now we have somebody we can talk to, we can call upon and say, hey, this is happening. What is happening? Tell us what is going on. We have somebody who can talk to, somebody at our level. You understand? We ask the people to come on the program. On many programs, I know that you ask our LPs. I ask people to come on my program, they have not showed up. You understand? I know you might ask people to come on, they have not show up. You understand? Mr. Speed is the first one come on the YouTube platform, on all platform, and it was on TVJ. You understand? And then I say Mr. Speed all but. But others from Mr. Speed, you understand? I say Mr. Chung on your program and other programs. But we don't see nobody else. You understand? You might see, but I don't see nobody else on the YouTube space. Now that you're there, maybe you can put a voice. You understand? Whoever is president can come on the program and talk to the YouTuber. I will know what is happening in the Jamaica Football Federation. So we on the YouTuber should be glad. We should be cheering. We should be drinking champagne. You understand? We should be rejoicing because this was our cry for us to know what is going on in JSS. And somebody, doesn't really matter who, you understand? Somebody go in, we should be happy. We should be rejoicing, busting champagne for management because we have a voice inside the JSS to listen to us. So I hope that you get the position. You understand? I hope that you get the position, and I hope that you go in and you just do a local part. This is just me saying. You understand? Congrats. You understand? And the potential opportunity
Can't say congrats yet, you know.
Yeah.
Ryan has also here, but let me go to Demo.
Yeah.
Because I know he's at work. So Demo,
No. More Ryan talk first. After Ryan, we will go. Make Ryan talk.
Cataract, you want to go?
Thank you, sir, because I've been here patient. I think a slightly different view. I think it's in your prerogative to use your platform to reach out to the footballing public and wider public about what's happening. I think it's you spoke within reason about what you of where the situation is and you know that is coming. But I just drop in a few tips because this is maybe you may not know it, but positions like these that are called political posts, even though they don't have that term addressed to it. And you would know that I know a lot about politics. So I will say to you that the friends and supporters you have when you just before election here.
Well, hold on, Keter. All right, let me mute you. Yeah, go ahead, Keter. Yeah.
But yeah, before election day, those are not the same people who would cheer you on after you're elected. And for good reason. You know that the people who came on Palm Sunday for the Lord Jesus Christ were the same ones saying crucify him a few days later.
You have no proof of that. You have no proof of that.
Sir.
Man have no proof of that. What do you mean? What?
Mike was when I was not the person presenting, so I would just like the same respect.
Yeah, go ahead, Keter.
Right? And some of it is, and I wasn't there in any time BC, and neither was anyone else.
Keter, just go past that. Just ignore that.
No, yeah, we allowed you, so you allow me. Please, I beg. We read history, we absorb research, and we try to edify ourselves. And there's literature and there's things out there. So what I would say to you, man, is that what happens a lot of times is that there's a book that I read, George Orwell, called Animal Farm, that when all the animals were out there, they were saying 4 legs. and they were standing up against the humans on 2 feet. And when the pigs got in, they said 4 legs good, but 2 legs better. And so I would commend that book to you if you know it. Then so just a couple of chapters of it. That
Cataract, you know that Animal Farm is a literature book now. It is even used in primary schools, but we read it in first form at high school. We never go to the proper high schools. I'm just saying. An Escape to Last Man Peak and those books.
that. So in primary school, I read The Fat Cat Sat on the Mat. Right? And in first form, Animal Farm, and White Sargasso Sea, and other pieces of literature. 12,000 Leagues Under the Sea, etc., etc. Different places we went to school. Right? I didn't go to school in Jamaica. Now, I just think that when you get in, that many times you would, by virtue of the position you're in, I choosing some words, don't hobnob with a different crowd of people, and it's easy to forget where you're coming from. And that's what the lesson is. That when you're on the outside looking in, we have the critiques and we see the problems. But when we get inside, we then start making excuses as to why those situations exist. And forget that when we were on the outside, we saw them as problems. So it's a very difficult road. But people always say, don't forget where you're coming from. And political program, but I just come into words of Portia seems to be that I say, if you stay with the people, then the people will stay with you. If you move away from the people, then when the time comes looking for support, the people will be there to support you. So I think just one thing that you did say was that while you ask for our support, I think you should say that you will support the people and those causes that were important to us during the pandemic, because it's during the pandemic that I met you, and during the pandemic that we all met each other on YouTube, right? Because we were locked down, the world was locked down, so that you support those causes and be true to those things that we believed in prior to this opportunity. And I think if you support those causes on the inside and fight for them, you won't be successful in all, right? Right? No, don't be fooled. But if you are seen to be standing up for those causes and not lose your moral compass, then you will have the support. I don't think today is the day to say things, but for me, I remain saying some of us can't do those jobs and shouldn't because of the temperament that we have. But I think you have the temperament for it. A man like me can't go in this and tell someone that kind of, and I've never been looking to work for anybody, but I think you have the temperament. But don't forget the moral compass and what were the causes that we were fighting for. Whether it was One Jamaica, whether we were against a quota system, whether we were for, I don't know if you were for equal pay for men and women, and that there should be, there are a number of other things that different commenters and panelists have brought to the table. And the last thing that I said was that the man in about a big man is still sleep today. I met the man integrity. Get caught in a position where boy. My mom used to come for your program, brother. I want a free ticket, me boss you. And if I never made it up on the program, I chat when only 20 people are watching the program, I wouldn't dare hear that door. I could do that. Just allow him to have his integrity. But then, man, if you see the man, them raise up the price for a breach or stick it for $5,000, you have to go talk up. You understand? Because I say. And last thing to say that, you said put God first in your family, but remember you also have a footballing family, right? I know you have a personal family, but you have a footballing family. And remember that, because people have been coming along with you. Others have joined at different times. You get 1,000 something. Remember when they did that beg for 1,000 subscriber, then 2,000, then 5,000. it build, right? So remember that remember that footballing family. And I just leave you with to be a man of your word, and I believe you will carry your word. Man, you can't drive, go steal on the more again. That's not the car. The old trying manager can't I see him car and go and match. I'm going to match up him. That dog work. So, Coach Minzy, I'm going to pick me up on the way, brother, because the drive with money is not going to work. But, man, seriously, though, you challenged me to something. I'm going to leave you that. Last week to pick a team, and you said next day. So before you get the appointment official, me want you take up that challenge because when you get appointed, you're not
Manins, me go do and sure. Me go do and sure. Me go do and sure and clear up there. Big up yourself.
No man, Ryan. So we just bring you on, man.
Bro, me come for clear the air, brother, and Cataract a big up all them. This is how Cataract be, brother. Me can't worry with it, brother. So me years have a show with Cataract, brother. Bro, I want to get to the point because I have a show for do, brother. I don't have enough time, brother.
Yeah, brother, I'm miserable today.
I'm not miserable, brother, but I just come from the gym, brother. I have things to deal with, brother. Bro, this is Cataract. Cataract don't want to give nobody else to talk, brother. The man that take 100 years. The man time lies point him go on and him go on, brother. Come on, bro, man.
No, the man don't care.
You can't take the foolishness, brother, man. Sure.
Hold on, Manins. Hold on, if you so we have nothing to do.
Make him respond, brother. Make him respond, bro. But Cataract have to share the platform, brother. Every platform you go on the same thing, brother. Just share the thing now, brother.
Ryan.
Jesus Christ, bro.
All right, Ryan, go ahead and make your point.
And I'm gonna mean for disrespect, brother, man, you. But come on, bro, just have some sympathy, now, brother. Bro, you have to share the pie, bro.
Yeah. All right, so your time now, Papi. Go ahead. Demo saying one, you be talk until.
Demo talk first, man. Demo there before, man. Make him talk.
Peace and peace. Ryan, the man saying one, you be talk first. So go on, man.
Go on, no.
No, because you Demo there for me, so I said, you give me the go ahead, Demo.
Demo did what?
Demo.
Where's the
Go
Demo
ahead.
what?
Okay.
Where's the Demo what? Where's the Demo what?
No, me say, if Demo give me the go ahead, brother.
No, man. What did you say? Demo did what?
Manins, come on, brother, man. Let's focus on the bigger picture. All right. So I did a show on the thing, Manins, and publicly, I'm the first one to come out and talk about the thing. So I want to just adjust the main point of the thing on the show. Yeah. So a brother call into the show and he must say, yo, he must prove that Manning's man rent the coach house and thing. I don't know if you watch a full video, right? Because people always take the thing them out of context, right? And first and foremost, brother, I want to truly apologize to you because the caller makes some stuff. Although as the host, I say to him, say, brother, I don't know about that. I don't have no proof of that. So I hear it. And the caller said to me, say, yo, he might prove and all of them things there. Yet to present the evidence to me, say, he might prove one thing. Fine. So I want to apologize to you about that. The rest of the thing, the moment say, people are like, say, I'm not happy for Mannings, man. I said it in the video. I'm happy. I hope changes make. Simon, happy. I'm going to go on and say, most of the time when people join the organization, they want to make changes. But the people that move in the organization don't allow them to make the change that they want to make for the thing improve. Me have a problem. Me say nothing about that.
No, man. So I think you're right. Let me tell you where me and you know. Because, watch it. Me and you talk. We speak regular, off shows, different thing we talk about. So, me I say no, you get some information, man. You know, say, man, come on the show. Because when somebody, I think when I tell you somebody say, boy, why you don't call Mannings, man? Right? Why you don't call Mannings, man? You say Mannings, man, we call in. I think you should because how it was presented on the show. Because remember, Ryan, remember this.
Present it. A question sign, that's the first thing. The thumbnail, clearly say, people, nothing has proved.
Okay.
I clearly say it about 100 times, brother. But people just want to be naive. Yeah?
Okay.
Clearly said nothing has proved, but I do my thing. My source always tell me, but nothing has proved. I clearly said over and over. I'm clearly said, say Mannings is not here to replace Rice Sims. Rice Sims is the general manager.
Okay.
But people just want to just take things out of context, brother. Clearly the video is there. It in edit. Nothing is changed. The only problem I feel disappointed and me owe your apology is the brother. I allow the brother to continue talk, although I say to the
Well,
man,
you should say to him, all right, no.
No, that's why I say I go do the show. But me do my thing different, you know. I am going to do a show after whatever you're done
No,
and
man,
thing.
you're cool enough because what I'm saying is that he says he has proof.
So that's why I say
Yeah,
I go call him now. So that's why I go call him and do all of them things there because I think it's fair.
Okay.
I think it's fair, Mannings, man. You get to me I say? Yeah. And may I tell you this, Mannings, man. May I tell you, brother. And me I go deal with people wicked and cruel, brother. You see, after me do that show, yeah, because me reach out to certain people, you know. Me another person they pan a show, you know. And Dennis Strong me attack, you know. I call him boy 100 times, no answer. But me know whenever me start call somebody from the JFF and them not answer me, I know I touch them car. You understand? So me more closer to Dennis Strong, meaning me can have one call for say, yo, boy Dennis, this and this and this. What me do all the time now because of the relationship with me can call Dennis for say, yo, Dennis, is this true? Is this so? Is that and that and that?
Yeah.
That me normally do that, although me have my source, you know, because of Dennis Strong, the way him go about thing, and me make sure say at all time I go do my show, me call him and say, yo, is this true? Such and such, such and such. Me not get the answer. So now me get my information, which me not wrong, and me still I go stick to my source. Still I go say, I believe that man in his man, he will get the job. You understand? So I know what people continue to go on and I say, boy, I should do this, I should do that, right. When Dennis Strong come on my program, the first YouTube program him come on when he talk about football, I said to Dennis Strong when him leaving, bro, you get the job. And he must say, no, nothing about that. Him say, nothing confirm. But my source tell me. But me just leave it and I say, all right, it will come in the coming day. So why me can't do that with Mannings, man?
No, man. What me I saying, Ryan? Listen.
Me not talk you, you know. The one problem me know me have a fault, Mannings, man. Me owe your apology. That's why I come on.
No, man, I'm respect that because that is how you are. Let me just say that to the people. People, man, you know, me not really, I don't know, because sometimes I don't know who have it, but I really don't have any problem with Ryan or the YouTubers in general. All right. Even JTL, when me and him have a conflict, it's just so JTL stay, but me and him not, and I like me and him have no issue. But what I say though, Ryan, is that I remember, I think, when you did the Simon thing, all I was saying though is that, boy, I would have loved to have been on the show because when you said that, you know, remember, and like you said it, do you say no confirmation? If at least I would have been there because Coach Minzy did a show and he called me. I'm saying that if you had done that now, at least it would have, because I don't, a couple of things. One, I can't speak about anything that I don't have. So I don't have anything, I don't see anything. Would I love to help? Definitely. Do I think you would support me? Of course you would. But no, when an entire thing is done about it, it means now damage control will have to be done. Because here's it now. It is out in the public. Whether I do it or not, it's going to create a whole heap of other issues. So suppose it don't happen now. It can become an assault on the federation in YouTube. You understand me? And if it happen, then it could be that some people perceive it as the YouTubers put pressure on them. So I just think sometimes it complicates things, but I do understand that things are going to be said, and then it just happened. But we're good. You know, like some person was saying, this whole thing need to clear. And people are going to say things, you know. You think people are going to say things. It's just human nature. But when we can, and I must be also responsible for that, when we can say, no, man, because, and you have seen me do this already, no, you can't say that about, no. You can't, because oftentimes people right? You understand me? Oftentimes when people say and do things, it is a problem. And let me, let me put it to the people again. Listen, there are some things that we have to be that we make public that are not, I think, in the best interest of people. We have to do it. A lot of things you know, Ryan, that you know you can't say. You remember the other day, I think Mr. Butler was on a program. I'll give you a good example. And he says, you have some information that he sent to you, but you can't use it, But it make you aware of how you can deal with stuff. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So, so, so if you get some information, you can then say, oh, at this, but you don't have to really talk about it. But just like what Mr. Butler says, and I think sometimes all of us, including me, have to be like that. You have certain information, you have to lock it because if you talk about it, the people them stay, Ryan. The people them stay, you tell me, man is money. You always say man is money. You have to do that. No, man, when you do you have to do that, man. You have to sometimes say, boy, you gotta drink some water. People like that, that, You already know that how the people them stay, So you and me and the rest of us have a responsibility to kind of be responsible enough to hold the people them responsible by the kind of information we present to the people.
Mannings, I totally agree with you. And as me say, brother, as we go along, we learn and think.
Yeah.
But you see, one of the things, Mannings, where I learn about this thing is, you see, anytime somebody who the people's love, example, take you out that, anytime something happen to the people who they love, it causes a big uproar. Yeah?
Yeah.
You beat Speed, you beat Dennis Strong, you beat all of them about changes and fix it. And people talk ridiculous thing calling on the show. I mean, people are going like that. When they on YouTube and me people talk a whole heap of thing about me and the host them now look at me at the first YouTuber. Nobody can come on my show and talk about other YouTuber. Me say don't go there. Don't go there. Me protect my co-worker them the most. And me people they on other show and make people disrespect me. I'm gonna make me just hold it, brother. You understand? Because every man do them thing different, brother. Me see pan show people disrespect me and people are loud. And me I tell you this in a Mannings, man. You see some of the people them, brother, them are the problem too, brother. Some of the call of them, bro, I call into me listen to a show, Coach's Decks, brother. And I call Ardian, about 30 minutes in the show. I call Ardian and I say, yo, Ardian, brother, what kind of thing that you go on Coach's Decks and talk? What kind of thing that you go on the ear and talk about other YouTuber? You see some other YouTuber. Who you see report on this Mannings man getting management job?
Hey, you're right. You see, no, that's not gonna be the problem. No, it's like you do that. No,
Man, if you stop the foolishness, brother. Mannings, may I tell you this, brother. The people them for call in and stop the foolishness, brother.
Yeah, but when I say the Ryan, is that
Stop the foolishness, them man, brother. The call of them sometimes the man they mix up, brother.
yeah, but you talk to RD and say no, you should you
me I go talk to Ardian, because Ardian tell me say
no, but you
me,
shouldn't
brother.
say it.
No, brother. Me I go call him out on my show, brother. The man need to stop it, brother. My youth, the man need to stop the problem, my youth. Stop the problem, Mannings, brother. You understand? The people them need to stop the foolishness, brother. If you watch the show, I clearly say it over and over. Mannings, man, do not get the job. I clearly and say I'm happy for Mannings, man, but people run with it, they want to run it. Brother, me clearly, brother, you can go watch the video, brother. The only problem, me say, me do wrong, I should allow to make the man continue to. But me even go back and tell the man, say, oh, brother, if Mannings man for come here, I'll call Mannings man, you have to clear up them things. I clearly say them things there, you know. But people want to be them. People want to be themselves. But that's okay.
Ryan.
You know, say right, I go do it early. I do it early because I watch the Lakers game, you know. More and go in depth, brother.
Nobody waste your time on Lakers, man. They might get sweet, man.
Alright, Mannings man.
Me I go a JPL game. Yeah, man, I'm going to let you talk and then get her. But me I go a JPL game. So I'm going to let Tiga talk because we have a run. I say Soji calling and then Ketterak and then we close.
Alright. the Ryan show,
No,
right? But
hold on, Soldier. T got has something to say. Yeah.
yeah, I watched the Ryan show from the start to the end, and he did not say management get the job, and he also said to the person that was calling, "Do you have proof? If you have proof, you have to come and say your proof." And him say, "You are the journalist. You should do the investigation." Ryan said, "No. Do you have proof? Why are you saying these things?" And then Panema say, "I am giving you a snippet, and you are the journalist, and you need to go and find out." All right, that was said. The only thing, the only thing I think, this is my opinion, I think Ryan did wrong. He also he also said he shouldn't let the caller carry on. He also said he should not. He was the host. But in the only thing that I think Ryan did that to me, in my opinion, was wrong when he was talking to the guy. I don't remember the guy that they opened up the show with, and he was
Oh,
saying
Man of Steel.
Man of
Man,
Steel, yeah,
yeah.
and he was saying to Man of Steel that when he was saying Ryan, you should say management get the job. He said, "No, I'm not sure." He said, "You call management." He said, "No." Ryan said, "No, I don't call it. But if management or what you show, you can call in and clarify." I didn't like that part. That was my opinion. You understand? If Brian said no, he didn't call management to verify. You have a source, but if management or what you show like management can call, but he's not going to call management. So that's the only thing I see in the program that I didn't like. Others from the program, Ryan did the thing and he did said management didn't get the job, and he did ask a caller to clarify what he said. That's all.
All right. So Soldier, Demo come back and Ryan. But listen, they said the interview last night with Damian Lowe, very, very good. But
Right,
yeah,
Yeah,
man, very, very
right,
good.
right, right. Hey,
Well,
man is man. Man is man.
Soldier. Cause here's the thing now.
Yeah.
I was going to not take the call, because Demo need to talk.
yeah, I'm
But
an article on.
Okay,
yeah, so I need
let
Demo
Demo
to
talk.
talk.
We can
Yeah,
wait.
yeah,
We can
yeah,
wait. Let Demo
yeah,
Yeah,
talk.
man. Yeah, because I just want
Yeah.
just to what I have to say and then just leave.
yeah.
So basically, I mean, I just wanted to echo the sentiments of who would have gone before, in terms of pre slash congratulations per se. If this is something that you're going to take on, I don't think there's a better candidate in our eyes. Well, in my eyes personally, a man of the people, a man. If you can deal with a church, brother, you can deal with you can deal with Jamaican Football Federation stuff. And that's no disrespect to your church, but as a churchman, you know who church people are sometimes. And for me, there's no better preparation for deal with something like this than for run a church and deal with church people. So I'm just giving my congratulations in advance if this is something will happen. And again, from when me see you do on YouTube, I mean, I know you're outside of the space as a man. I think there's no better person. So big up yourself if you take it on. And I mean, I hope you not for shut down your channel because me still
Why I
want to
tell
do.
one thing we want ask man is money, if him take
Yeah.
this,
So Mannings, you know
No,
watch the show. Me know say Mannings you know watch the show, you know.
no,
People.
me just me that what bits and pizza. Me
No
that
man,
what
you know watch the show, Mannings, man.
Ryan, let me finish my speech, man. And I know I remember I came on your show. Mannings man, I'm talk about squeezing some of the people in the match them to get the support. You see me? So we as a man who is promoting the squeezing thing, as a man who know you personally, boss, sometimes some little squeezing can go. So if this is something you take on, boss, in all seriousness, congratulations and big up yourself. And it can only be something positive for me in my eyes. From a man of the people, going to the environment of the JFF, you can make the changes where you see necessary and just be a voice for the people. And if you're not, I'm sure the man up in the top right hand corner, he might use him patient for me. So I mean, you know how it goes. So big up yourself, man. Is man, mega
Yeah,
listen
man.
to the recite. and big up.
All right, Demo, bless up. And then we'll take Soldier, because people may have to run, because me need to reach far enough. So, Soldier, what say you?
Yeah, man. As me I say, where Ryan did that, where Ryan I said to you, because I'm listening to Ryan show and you're too. If me listen nobody show me listen to on the show. Where Ryan I say, I shoot Ryan attack. Ryan, everything where Ryan I said to you, all that in say man is man. Me know if you not listen, when man say, in come me understand, I can understand the reason why Ryan never really cut off the man at the time to become maybe true one a film fan. He must say, he must making express himself, but he must ask the man to clarify himself. And he must say to him and say, him now go agree with him and say, because I don't know if it's true where matter and man I say have this, but may not try to tell Ryan what takes him say cut off the man and make a man go about him business. But anyway, him apply himself in a way where in this way where Carla say and thing. So well away from that, him never say nothing and I like him come a bash if say people tell you that I lie them I tell. Cause I've never hear him bash nobody. So if them I say him a bash you, lie them I tell. But away from that, and me say it again, me ball for your man is man for get a position in this thing. And me thank God and me pull it to God when you go there, you just stand firm because me I tell you, then we try bring you for them way, so you try stand firm. You have to stand firm in the position. And no read to go get caught up. But me know as we Demo say, you're in a church and whatever to deal with it. But God go with you and God start you because the work where you do with a man or no man is man for you call and a seek baller England. Me can tell them where you seek and man look about baller. If you can do that without no position, that's why me beg them to make you get that position if you have a position, you know. So thank God and hopefully I know you do to your best ability. But when you get your job, one thing may upset you when you get your job, but you don't get it yet. I wait till me, yes, you find them, you can call them and tell them where if you do something different because more money you get it player them naturalize because me find out how it go. Fly the player them down at Jamaica during them holiday now, and when they fly them at Jamaica, make them look about them, everything carried on them paperwork and look about it at Jamaica, they can get it back in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In less than 2 weeks, if they come to Jamaica and do it. As long as them have them document. I Tiga Davis that they pay a program.
No. Yeah, Tiga Davis, but not the real. These are the fake Tiga Davis.
Okay. Yeah, man. So I just
when I say fake, you know, he mean Tiga Davis and he play ball, but I know the real, like I know the original Tiga Davis.
Okay, me understand.
Yeah. So when we say fake, he a real Tiga Davis and he play ball.
These people come and say things to you like say Ryan did about you. No. And we defend him on that. He never bash you or not like that. So sometimes people them talk something, they don't listen what man say because when we realize with many Jamaicans, they don't listen, you know, before they answer, before they talk. So just like the other day, me hear them every man a jump up and I say a thing with about the budget to read and say this, but them not listen everything what man say, you know. That's me after this almighty God. You know, Marcus Garvey the talk is still.
All right, we have a next call and we want to end the show in around 17 minutes. So let me just take the next call.
Take care of yourself, man.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Bless up you guys them on the show here, Cataract Ryan and Tigat.
Yeah, man.
Bless
all right then. Respect, Soldier. Flavor Max. We need to come back to something with Ryan and then Cataract. Flavor Max. You have a few minutes. Go ahead.
Man, big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Quick and fast.
Yeah.
I want to say, well, like everybody, congratulations, you know. And use the man. You talk about value and integrity and morals and all of those things. And I want to think that I'm a good judge of character just based on listening to you over the past year or so. All of those adjectives describe you well. So I know you will do well. And this is, to me, this is just the beginning. You will continue to get promotion and you're not going to stop until you reach the top. I believe that. But I also want to, and also as a fellow Arsenal supporter, I feel even proud to know, say, you know.
Don't know what I bring up the Arsenal thing, because Debo will call back in.
As Arsenal, you see, we did indeed win something for the season, you know, so we win. But to touch quickly on the yeah, man, you know, get the position, man.
Oh.
If we don't, you understand, so we did eventually win.
But you can say
No,
Arsenal.
the Arsenal Westerman so is one team and is one camp. So the team did not get the ultimate what we wanted the league, but you win by getting the position to
Yeah,
make a difference within our own
yeah, man. I
organization, the
appreciate
JPL.
the support, and
But I
if
want to
yeah,
touch on
go ahead.
yeah man quickly, Ryan. Yeah, me actually listen to that show. But him never did a beat him on his man. Take it from me, trust me. He was being consistent with the way how he run his show. I'm
Yeah,
never
man.
go left, he never go right. He was being consistent, and that is what I was watching out for. He was being consistent. And no, say Ryan show is a kind of different show. If you want a man, if you want your man get beat, over Ryan, you have to go. A man not gonna really come from here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a right at the
if
belt show.
at the bell show, no,
Yeah,
nobody not gonna really beat nobody on your show. He do run
yeah.
different, but Ryan show at the bell show. But he was being consistent by allowing people to talk. Sometimes the people them go overboard and him not stop them. Him not stop them with you, not stop them with Butler, not stop them with nobody. He was being consistent, and you just have to get you make your back get thicker and broader, because the beating, I got stop man is man. You have to get used to it. Trust me.
All
That's how
right.
you go. The higher you go, well, you know.
Yeah.
So big up yourself.
Yeah, man. All right, so let me say this again, people. I haven't taken anything for people who question my background. I think I manage an organization that is in terms of capacity and people and things that we do do way more than what the football does. All right, I've been involved in football, and I think just in terms of my accomplishments educationally, run business and other things, I think I could add value. Ryan, I think you do mechanics or you do spraying work on car, right?
Yeah, me do body work and thing.
Body work and stuff like that, right? Coach Minzy is an educator. Um, Unseen is an educator. Simon is a journalist. Like Ketarak told you about his qualification, though he's on YouTube. So when persons think like because they see you on YouTube, that is who you are and what you are, it's crazy. You don't know, people have lives outside of social media. So be mindful of that. That the moments on YouTube is not the entirety of a person's life and accomplishments and do it. All right. So just take a little bit of time to know that. And maybe
And by
there
the
is
way, I have
and
houses too.
yeah.
I have
Eh?
houses too.
There you go. All right. So Ryan, for example, has properties in Jamaica that he rents, right? So um, I will communicate with you. I know, Mr. United. The answer to your question is that, and take it from me, it is not the truth. No part of it, and take that how you want. But I'm telling you, there is absolutely no truth whatsoever to what the caller said. Nothing
Right?
is
And
close.
and I may have some
Man is man. One of the right. Turn right. Me not put.
So
Me just
Mr.
have to
United, no
interjection.
man, no man, hold
Sorry,
on,
man. No, me
eh?
have to tell you, me have property I rent to. Me have property I rent to.
No, no. All right, so just because Mr. United, I respect you a whole lot. So I just want you to know that when I tell you it is absolutely false from beginning to end. There's no truth to it. There's no truth to it. Again, my integrity will not disclose people's private arrangement because it's absolutely not necessary. I'm not in a position where it should even be brought up. I don't have a position, so I don't need to discuss it. Why would I need to discuss whatever the coach is doing, whether I wear black pants or brown? I'm not in any position. I don't have a position, so I shouldn't be asked those questions. At least, at least, let there be a position, and then you can say, all right, this is what we have heard. Is it true? But people are asking me questions about something that I need not even answer to because I don't have no position. That's all I'm saying. You understand me? Tigat, go ahead and then we take. Yeah.
Yeah. Greetings, man.
Oh, Peter and then, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
did I cut you off?
No, man. Go ahead. I'm finished because Cataract. I don't want Cataract fall asleep. So,
Okay,
listen,
Let me
people. When
finish.
Cataract come back, he's going to say, "Listen, I was silent when everybody's talking. Point of order: do not interrupt me." Why would we jump on sound Cataract? I saw your time. Go ahead, Peter.
I want to say this real quick. Greetings to everybody. Um, I I I listen to all pretty much all the platforms, and um, I kind of want to address Ryan. I don't want Ryan to be offended, because I was one of the person. I was one of 3 people that called Saturday. After that, notorious caller, and was pretty much telling Ryan the same thing. And I want the viewers and the commenters and everybody to understand that there's a difference between somebody voicing an opinion versus somebody dragging somebody's name through the mud. It's 2 different things. They're not the same. And when somebody come on any one of the platform and drag another person's name through the mud, it is not right. It's up to the responsibility of that YouTuber to stop that person in their tracks. And that's all I was trying to say to Ryan on Saturday. All right. Another thing I want to say to everybody, and Ryan, I hope you're listening. An apology. Here, you cannot, I don't want Ryan to feel I'm attacking him, but nobody, when you apologize, you cannot say if and but when. You have to apologize and leave it at that. Do not make an excuse for your behavior.
But me just said that you never listen to the show. Me realize that you have a problem with listening now, Me I tell you that straight up.
So Ryan, listen to.
You have a problem with it. You have a problem listening, brother. You come back on the show, you come back today and do the same thing. I strictly go and say management, I apology. You know, say, brother, me I tell you this, bro. You keep on do this thing to me, brother. I have it on the show, and if you notice, me no cut off people on my show. And me don't like when people are gonna stop me when they give them opinion. I like the people have them thought. I don't cut off people, I allow them to speak. And you imagine me come back right so and say to Mannings man, I was wrong. I am so sorry. I apologize. I state clear that, And then you go on and then say, me no apologize, me the if and but and thing and rare. Come on, Carla, man. You're being justice to me now.
All right, so go ahead now, Peter. Explain to Ryan what you meant.
Ryan. I'm on your side, I am trying to teach you something. Hey, Ryan, I'm the same person who left you that voice note of support when somebody demean your name on another channel, And you remember what I said to you in that voice note? I said the only reason I didn't call in and defend you because I know it was going to be a problem and they would have cut me off. I am that person, Ryan, who left you that voicemail of support. I don't want to go on any channel and see anybody name or any one of the other YouTuber being the mean. I don't like it. I'm an objective. I don't know any one of you guys personally, but I'm an objective and a fair person. That's all. I will defend you. I will defend Coaches Desk. I will defend. Earlier, I wanted to call in and defend Cataract and something. That is me. I'm a fair and balanced person. So don't take it personal, brethren. Sometimes it's just we have dialogue so we can learn from each other. And everybody has a responsibility to stop somebody in their tracks if they are demeaning. Remember, I know it's not the man to talk to you, the man to talk to hundreds of people, and probably thousands that's going to view your channel, and dragging Mannings man name through the mud. You have a responsibility to stop that, Bridget. All right? If you don't want to have a private conversation, it's different, but you have that responsibility.
But Peter.
All I'm saying, Ryan.
But Peter, to be fair though, with when me I go say to you right now, is it my object, I tell him man, say, I have no proof of that, brother. I don't know nothing about that.
Ryan, what I'm trying to say, is that.
So wait, all right. So what should I do? Just cut off the caller. I should have cut off the caller. I should have just cut off the caller.
No, all right. So, but Peter, all right. So here's what. I think both of you have salient point, right, Peter? Because I think I understand. Because I would say I have been guilty of that where people say things, and I think Flavor Max just said something because he said that, for example, that persons have said stuff about Mr. Butler and he never stopped them. So in fairness, I think Flavor Max said it that this is how Ryan normally runs his show. You may not like it, I may not like it. But that is how he runs the show. All right. So his apology has been accepted. And he and Ryan and I will talk afterwards. But you have a point that sometimes we have to be more responsible in this space because it is the same way someone can come on my platform and next platform, drag Ryan name, and we have to determine sometimes should we stop this or ask the person to pivot the conversation because it could have far-reaching implication. So I think both of you have a point, but Ryan is saying that how I run my show is that I allow people to state their opinion and sing, though sometimes that is wrong and we don't think it is the best way, right? It happens, and you can advise him how to do his show, but it is how he runs his show. But you have a point, and it is something that I try to do. I try to say, no, you can't say that, and I will say to the people, listen, I'm going to call the person. I remember I was resolving the Reno issue, and I told Mr. Tomlinson that I would call the people because he brought up their name into disrepute, and I did that. There was a next person who wanted to share some stuff. He wanted to say things and wanted me to say it without him coming out. And I said, no, I can't do that because if you come out and call people's name and if you give me something where people's name is involved, then the person needs to talk to you. So you have a point, but Ryan does have a point because at the end of the day, unless you go back and cut out parts of the call, it's very difficult sometimes to contain and control what people say on the programs. Because the truth is, there are people in the space who have a problem with management. There are people in the space, Peter, who have a problem. They have a problem with Ryan, There are people in the space who have a problem with Coach Minzy, There are people in the space who have a problem with JD. There's a people who have a problem with Jay Taylor. There are people who have a problem with Simon. There are people who have a problem with Military Guna. And when they go on some platform, them just say what they want to say, not because it is true, but because they have a problem. But then we need to now deal with that as vloggers, all right? So I think you have a very valid point, Peter. And while I agree with you, I also understand the position that Ryan is in based on how he runs this program. Because you see, if he never allowed that caller to talk, here's what he said. How when time you come and across other people, as an example, you and I say other thing about other people, you allow me to, but you your management, a friend, you stop me and some can't share my opinion. So there is that side to it as well. I just give in perspective. You understand me? So at least, and I know that you're not like beating Ryan, but you're stating a claim. So I just want to be like mediate. But the name thing, we have to be careful when names are being called, especially when people can't prove it though. You understand me? But Peter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Respect.
Man. Every time, man. And thanks
Right.
for the love and support.
I just want people to understand there's a difference between an opinion and somebody demeaning and class and slander and casting a negative aspersion on someone's name before them even step into the role. I want people to understand that there is a big old difference because I don't know what that man agenda is, but it could be that he might try to derail you. And whether or not he might do that, we wouldn't even be having this discussion today.
Yeah.
We would be talking more positive about you going into your new role.
Yeah.
See, right. But because of him, we are here.
Yeah. But
so I just want people to understand the difference.
Yeah, man. All right. Cataract, you have been selling for a while because people have to close in like so Cataract. How much? I don't know what time you need, but take some time, and then after that, T-Got and then Ryan, and we have to close. So Ketara, go ahead. What say it you?
Right. I don't have anything to say on this matter. But I think that,
Tomorrow we will go through your squad thing if that is what you want to talk about.
no man, I asked that and you said that. But I said you put a challenge out and you have it, but before you get into a position where it's not tenable for you to do that, I look forward to the challenge. I'll be here tomorrow. But I did want to say that look, all of us want better for Jamaican football. So whatever it is, let us see if there's better that can happen. I do believe though that the standards of responsible journalism is that, and the principles of natural justice is that everyone has a right to face their accuser. And many times people will call you and say, okay, you have given this, I'm going to call the other party for a comment, or I'm going to invite the other party to respond to you. That's how I've seen it done, but anybody can do their own thing and man have his own thing. I personally, for example, I took great offense to something that happened recently, but not reopening it in a show where a position of mine was challenged by Ryan, which was incorrect as it relates to a player who is now eligible. And a statement was made to say, scratch that player from a thought because me have information. It's not correct. And so sometimes we can go ahead and do and say things that is damaging to other people.
Yeah.
When hold on. Yeah, I said when
nobody not saying anything.
Oh no man, hold on. I said when my phone you are on enough. I don't well the camera not on. I was saying hold on to someone. I don't provide a free show, but the camera not on.
Yeah.
you got that weird. That when the person is on, you have an opportunity to come on and say, okay, I said this. You're here now for an hour. I am coming on to respond. I would have preferred that at that time, if Ryan had then entered back on the reference and said, here you are on the program. Although the question was answered more than one time, I think you asked it more than one time and the player answered. But just to say that we all have lives outside of YouTube. And sometimes what people do and say on YouTube, you don't know how it affects our other things that we do and our other businesses and our other livelihoods. And when we put ourselves in this space, we are really doing it for entertainment and for information. And what you wouldn't like for yourself, don't like for your next. Don't try to do that to a next man, because I can't stop a man, but if a man says something on YouTube, it's more than one time I go and dance and a man and tell me, say, yo, you're there on YouTube, man, do that too. So yeah, come and go and I get bad. So man, I want you to apologize to the public for mistaking me for DJ TT, who is the 4th string selector in Cataract, and respect me as Biggs.
And what string selector are you?
The big man around the thing now. But rest in peace, Quincy. Rest in peace, DJ Sheep.
So you're the number 1 selector.
The other man, them. Who,
all right. So we apologize for calling the 4th string selector.
You see that now. You see that now.
Slip on the lip.
Tomorrow be a challenger. Tomorrow be a challenger.
Pick up Biggs, the number 1 selector.
First string, in that first string team.
In the the first string, not the G string, the first string team. All right, T-Got, take a couple of minutes and then we'll close out with Ryan because I have to leave.
Yeah, man. To fear with Ryan can't control what the man that think. Ryan don't know what is in the man's thought. If the man come out and blurt out what he have to say, Ryan could not stop it. So Peter you have to be considerate. You couldn't expect Randy in and thought and say, yo, no. Ryan never know what the man has to say. Then Ryan stop him and ask him for proof. Yeah, just like when sometimes Catholic attack, management can't stop it. Sometimes he got attack, they can't stop it. They don't know what we think. So you have to be very fair, right? Ryan do what he have to do, and he did address it after the show. So that is the most important thing. Him address it after the show. And then he come here and apologize. That is the most important thing. Alright, from that, you understand? Good show, good interview, Ryan, with Damian. Excellent interview. You're doing a good job. With how you do your content, you do your content the way how you know to do your content as best. Everybody have a different personality or how they do fit things. You understand? And they have to give credence to a credence due. Now, management, back to you. Just do your thing. Do your thing, management way.
There's
You
nothing
understand?
to do. Please, people.
That is true. That is true. I apologize. Let me take it back. Let me take it back. Let me take it back. Let me take it back.
Some of the things we're not supposed to, because I don't.
Yes, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Because it's not a space, you understand? That's why I'm sorry. So if that opportunity arises, you understand, just do what you have to do. You understand? And we do congratulate you if that opportunity arises. And it's just for me. See got I'm out of the business.
All right, bless up T-God. All right, Ryan, anything you want to say in closing?
Manage me, I tell you again, Bridging. I am so sorry. And I'm telling you, manage. You see, after this thing, you see, going forward, people are going to say me change, but just for the better. Because, manage, let me tell you this, brother. You see, how I'm coming at the game, I feel like I was robbed the truth by the Jamaican media and media in general, right? Me as a man, this is the reason why I'm come. The reason why I'm coming at the game because when Liverpool in them prime and club in them prime, me watch ESPN and them money and chat be a nonsense about club. I'm gonna say no. Me have to go make a YouTube channel. I'm gonna start my YouTube channel. Start in Liverpool, my beat club when him forget him beaten. Bro, me in some overseas Liverpool group. The man them think I am a hater on Jurgen Klopp. But when Jurgen Klopp do him foolish, me have to call it out. Well, you know people go. When somebody loves somebody, I call them out, then it becomes a problem. Bro, me can't be a person where see the blighted thing, I'm not gonna call it out. You understand? Cataract says something about me don't even want to go down there, so manage, man. Honestly. Because you say me go down there, so people are saying me should go that way there. And Cataract, me I go allow him to tell me about Anthony Grant. So here what? You see, certain thing, brother, you know me, I just leave it. Because if me just this up, boom!
Hold on. Yes, you're on Cataract of
Bro,
sure.
Bro, me never sure. You know, some could have flick easily. Me just post it on my Instagram page, me post it on my YouTube page, and just silent. But here what? Just for the thing, I go just leave it. I go just leave it. Anyway, money. Hear this now, money. Money. Hear this now.
Hey, people. Hey, yo, right now, we are.
No, because me not go talk, you know. Me not go talk. Just allow him to talk. Me not go talk, brother. Me just leave it. Me just leave it. I promise you, man. Me not go answer to him. Just leave it. But more finish on a different time. But if he more butt in, him can butt in. Me just go leave it. I swear to God, I will leave it. Father God, you know me. When me say me I leave something, I go leave it. I leave it. Leave it. I guess leave it. But man, I got a game tonight.
That's what we need to leave. That's what I'm telling you. We need to.
Yeah, Manins, because me I go do a show, you know. I may have something. Manins, although you say you don't have no proof, but me have some deeper thing. What is your role and all of them thing there, you know. But me go leave that to pan my show. I only know my thing go already. I mean, busy person, but me have the role and everything. But anyway, leave that alone.
Send me a link. I more hear everything. Send me a link.
Send me a link to
Anyway, Manins, big up yourself, Manins. I'm going to make it there my point of duty to call that person there to make sure that him come. Because even this host thing, you know, me go as far, you know. I know who for us and all of them things. Not the way it's about you, you know, but me not gonna leave thing. But me I gonna make sure that apology, the person, me call about the person, and them have it done for my show. Yeah? Me I go do one show. What time now? But me want to do it at 2 o'clock now, after 2 at Jamaica. Me want to do it about 4 o'clock Jamaican time. So 4 o'clock Jamaican time, that's it no clash with the JPL game. Come on, done. More watch a JPL game, the 2 JPL game, then more watch a Raptors game. So me have the 2-hour show.
You're right, but you watch Raptors more than Lakers.
Not Raptors, man, the Lakers, brother. So anyway, Mannings, I am going to make it be my point of duty for evil. You're gonna make it here. I'm gonna make it.
I'm glad that listen, I'm glad that he and T got a reason. Whatever issue between you and Cataract, let peace reign, bro.
No, I have no problem with Cataract, brother. My only problem, me have one problem. Like me, I say, yo, share the cake. Like you know, on the show, just share it because it becomes, you know what I mean? It's like people are wait for 10, 15 minutes. You understand? Me not really like that. The only problem me have, you know, man. Me tell you behind the scene, Cataract great at what he do. Cataract is cataract, but all me I say, bro, just share the pie when they dip on the stage, man. Make everybody get a piece, right, Bridget? You understand? Make people lose them time. That's all. Me not have no problem with cataract. None whatsoever. None.
All right, bless up, Ryan. Cataract, listen, tomorrow we line up the thing that become. I have to go. T-God, bless up, people, all of you. Much love and respect. Thanks for the time.
Bless
Man,
up.
I have to go. I am management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. As usual, I get to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are out.
You know what about dog? SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocherase, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha, yeah. Someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.